Hey, good evening. I didn't even know if I just kind of popped this on live to see. I didn't see. I was just feeling kind of bad about Doglips. There's a little bit of emptiness, and I didn't see anything else live, so I just thought I'd go live with Green Talk and see if anybody had anything to say. Actually, a few people are showing up, so come up on the panel if you want. I don't have anything else than that. Okay, buds. I'll put that out there again. Good to see you, Penny. I need you to tell me how to I need you to tell me how to pronounce that right. But I'm thinking the J is silent. Hey Josh, good to see you. Good to see you. Um hey, I talked to your dad today, Josh, and he's a nice guy. And it was kind of interesting. He goes, "You know how I found out about you?" And I said, "No." And he said, "Cadillac Sam." So there's a little. It's close. Panya. Okay, thank you, Panya. I'll try to remember that. So yeah, we talked a little. We had a good little conversation this morning. We talked about Fontana and things like that. But Cadillac Sam, I got a customer from you, a couple of them actually. So thank you, sir. Juan, good to see you. How you doing? But yeah, I just feel a little empty today for some reason, and I don't know. I might come up here for a little bit. Blackbird, yeah, I like Blackbird. But you're more than welcome to come on. I think Bud said he was going to come. Yeah, it is. Grief is everybody handles it a little bit differently. That's for sure. And it is hitting home. And actually, to be honest, it hit a little bit home just a few minutes ago. Uh, I got a text from Terrible T, and I guess some of it, already on Monday is going to be a viewing of him at the mortuary. So that's real. It's a real thing, man. Um, but yeah, it happened. It is hitting home. I agree, Mr. Juanito. Yeah. Wow. I get a, I get a lot more people on this show than my little thing. But anyways, someone want to come up? Besides, Bud said he's going to in a minute. I'll keep dropping. I'll try to do what Desmond does. Every few comments, I'll try to drop the link. And I don't know, come up and I'll try to not censor anything the best I can. If you haven't, I don't even know no real purpose of doing this other than feeling a little bit lost. The loss is there. We go. Here we got somebody come up here. There. Thank you, buds.
Yeah, my stupid laptop is doing updating the system right now, so I figured I'd just jump up on the phone.
I might as well.
Thanks for having me up.
No worries, Juan.
What's up, Juan?
Buzz, how you doing?
Sad day, man.
It is. It's really taking hold right now.
You know,
It is. It is a sad day.
it just came about so, it's like, yeah, it was unexpected, let's say. Before he went into jail, he was shooting for, drinking himself to death. So we kind of knew, it was coming. But then when he went in jail and he came out looking good, he had a good attitude, he sounded good, and then, he slipped. But I never thought he'd die that quickly. Yeah, it's crazy.
I agree. It was almost like when he went in. I don't know, what was he in for, 6 months or whatever.
Yeah.
Before he went in, he was on that verge. But then we all were waiting for him to come out for 6 months, and he came out looking so good. for it to go downhill so fast, it's kind of,
Yeah.
that's the part of it that's shocking.
Exactly. Yeah, that's how I feel. It just blew me away.
Yes, it's tough. Yeah, he did have. You know what? He had a chance. Hello, Natalie. Yeah, I think he did have. A second chance or a third chance, whatever it was, but it didn't quite pan out. But yeah, he was looking. Actually, he was looking pretty good, and he was real upbeat. Um, yeah, tough.
Yep, and I'm really sad to see him go. And you know, I guess, just glad I got the chance to know who he was.
Yeah, exactly.
No, he made a lot of he made a lot of impact. A lot of people know about Doglips, and
Oh, he was a riot, dude. You know, he was
he
a
was
fucking riot.
he was an interesting guy. I loved the rare Pat, the sober Pat was, and I saw a lot of that when I visited him in jail. Um,
Yep.
Sweet man, a sweet, kind man with a big heart, and the other one wasn't so kind, but that's humans. We're all a little bit different, flawed.
Yeah. And he was only
Yeah.
64. I mean, it wasn't old. 64 ain't that old.
No, it is not, is it, buds?
Damn it, man.
It's not. We're pretty close to
Nope.
that.
I'm 3 years off. I'll be 64, just like Doglips. I guess I have to start getting more grumpy and drink a little bit. I can replace him. Damn it.
No, you're
No
not
one
gonna.
could replace Doglips. No one could. No one could replace him. He was one of
I
a
don't
kind.
want to see you on. I don't want to see you on a bottle, bud.
No, I couldn't. I would die much quicker than he did, just because my condition is a very touchy situation.
So I'm
Man,
gonna I'm gonna go just for a little direction. One, do you remember the first time like you came across Doglips?
I don't remember the very first time.
Yeah.
I was
I
actually
do.
I was watching YouTube on TV because I didn't have internet access. I chose not to get online for a few years, so I was watching YouTube on TV, and so I got to watch the streams, but I couldn't read the chats. So,
Oh,
but that's when I used to just watch it. And when Douglas, I was there when Douglas first did his first stream. His
And
first, when he
was that
first showed his face on camera, I was watching.
was that in Slab City when he did that?
No, that was in Arizona. There's a video. There's a channel called Puppy Lips.
Uh-huh. I see that. That is the same one that's out there now.
And there's a video on there of Doglips and Tommy, and it's set to a Bon Jovi song, "On a Steel Horse I Ride."
I'm
That was
wanted,
when,
dead or alive.
yeah. Well, that video is when he first showed his face on camera, like that day or the next day, because I think they stayed the night. So that was when he first showed himself, and then I've followed him ever since then, religiously.
Interesting.
I started watching him when he was in the slabs, when he used to do the double streaming videos, from his camper, and we would just make jokes and crack up, get stoned. He wasn't drinking like heavy back then. He was more of a stoner.
Okay, yeah. Well, that's why I thought he was. Yeah, he was in Humor when he was doing that. I don't think he ever streamed from the slabs.
Yeah, he was parked just outside the slabs. He was in the slabs for a little bit. Then he moved outside of it, and he would drive around and go into the slabs and then come out. And yeah, he was there for a little bit. I know the heat got to him out there, so that I'm not sure why he left, but yeah, he went up north. But yeah, he was in the slabs. He was there with Tommy and them.
Yeah, he was.
I just thought, he had that personality. when he first got to the slabs, he had all kinds of weed. And then everyone liked him until they got all of his weed away, away from him, because he was just handing it out, like most growers do. And after he was pretty much out of weed, they kind of, brushed him off. He kind of moved out to the outskirts and did his own thing.
I don't think he was streaming when he was doing that, though. That was before he started streaming. But
yeah, no, that's just what he said
way.
After he started
Yeah.
streaming. He's told the stories.
They called him something. He said with all that weed.
Yeah.
Was the name.
Does anyone know how he came up with the name Doglips? Did he come up with that, or did someone else?
He
That's
said
a
he
good
just looked at the dog and he said that's Doglips right there. So he just looked at the dog.
If you look at Sakari, she always kind of looked like she had a smile on her face. And I think that's where he got, the Doglips.
Did he have Sakari for his entire YouTube experience? Did he have Sakari till the end?
From the slab time, he had that Missy before the Sakari, but I don't think she was on YouTube much. I think it was all Sakari.
Yeah, when he was on YouTube, it was Sakari. He had Mitzi before, I guess.
Yeah.
No, I was trying to think myself. Like when I first became, I'm a real kind of outsider. I've been around this community at least 3 or 4 years where I just didn't really participate a lot, but I would watch it once in a while. And I don't remember a whole lot about seeing Doglips, but I remember the first time I met him, it was when during one of Sam's trials, we both went and watched it, and we introduced ourselves, and I guess that was a little over a year ago or so. But anyways,
well, you hadn't seen him on YouTube at all?
I watched. There was a few channels I kind of watched once in a while, and I don't remember a whole lot about Doglips other than him might have been just like one of the characters that come in and out. But as far as like a personality to follow, I didn't follow him until after I realized he was here, and I watched a lot of his streams.
Yeah. That's and the other thing is he deleted all his videos as soon as they were over. He just deleted them.
Yeah, and he lost the first Doglips.
Yeah, it's too bad because if we could ever go back and watch some of them.
Well, a lot of people have a lot of stuff recorded of him because he was just outrageous when he was drinking. So there's recordings out there.
Yeah, well, I remember when he first started drinking, and that's when all shit went to hell.
Yeah, poor guy.
I don't want to talk about that.
No, he was
I couldn't tell
unique
if
guy.
it was sometimes if it was an actor, if he was really, I want to die, you know what I mean? Sometimes it was.
No, he was.
I couldn't tell if it was sometimes if it was an actor, if he was really, I want to die, you know what I mean? Sometimes I got the laptop going.
Yeah, you do. You got a little double streaming going.
I'm gonna jump over to the laptop. It finally turned on. All right.
That is a slow laptop. That's a very slow boot up, by the way.
All right.
Okay, go ahead. We'll let you back up there. So how long have you been around in this community, Juanito?
Well, I would say probably about 4 years now, I guess.
Yeah.
I want to say that Douglas, when he first started streaming, I know that he started streaming down in Arizona or wherever he was. He was streaming for a while, just sitting out in the middle of nowhere in the desert, smoking pot and just watching other people stream and commenting on it, poking fun and, just having a good time. Laughing, just watching other people stream. And then after a year or so, I don't know how long it was quite a while. A guy he knew came down there and parked his trailer next to where he was staying. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And that guy showed up, and he was a drinker. like a 30-pack drinker, 30-pack a day guy. And at the same time, Doglips had this relationship. He was talking to a girl from South Carolina. And so between the relationship and he started drinking with this guy, that's when he started drinking. And then he was really flipping out when people would start trolling him up, and he was drinking. And that's when you saw him fucking really lose it. And then shortly after that, he sold everything he had and headed out east. And after that, everything changed, It didn't work out for him out here.
No, the first time I actually talked to him, I think it might be the same situation. The first conversation we had, he told me all about his catfishing experience. And is that who you're talking about? Some lady?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he started drinking before he went out east, So I'm not sure if the drinking gave him the balls to head out east and sell everything, or if he was ready to just go anyway,
Yeah, I don't know.
But so anyway, he went out east and he ended up, that didn't work out. So then he ended up having to live in his truck, and he headed out back west. And that's when now it turned into what you see.
Yeah. Had some good times with Doglips. He was a good dude. He had good jokes. He just had a good sense of humor. I don't know. Some people you just can't connect with the humor, but his humor was good.
No, and he had a deep love of music that touched him at another level. I actually, when he got out recently, I started sending him some blues stuff, and then he would send me 30 things from YouTube, blues artists that I should watch, and I know he loved his blues for sure, and but yeah, he was a good guy. Anybody else have any stories about another thing? I'm crazy. Well, I know I'm a little crazy, but to me, there's a dynamic with this YouTube and this community that someday will probably be written about. I'm guessing. I don't know. Maybe that's being a little bit hysterical or something. But to me, I stumbled upon it kind of from just a people kind of point of view. To see how human dynamics and how people, and it just amazes me, the dynamics that these communities create, the love and the hate, and just all the stuff that goes on. And I think, we need to historically document some of this stuff. I think that would be a good project. I wouldn't mind working on, come up with the history of the slab city community. What is it? I don't know. Who would be some of the players that could say, okay, here's some of the history of the Slab City community, the community cause. Evan, good job, buddy. Who would you say were kind of the people who
Zane Green.
I never followed a whole lot of him, but he was a big player for sure.
Yeah.
And there was another guy I used to watch, Cal
Sherpa, yeah.
He used to skateboard in his yard, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he was like in San Diego or something.
Yeah, he built a half pipe in his backyard.
Whatever happened to him?
He's probably still out here, just in a different name. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Is that Fakers No More?
Yeah, who knows?
Who knows? Ask him what happened to him.
Oh.
Ask him what happened to Cal Surf.
A lot of people we're shown off, and yeah, people do move on, or go to a different community.
Yeah, I'm curious.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say there's, you'd have to get a consensus on things because there's different.
Yeah, everyone will have their own perspective, but
yeah, people remember things differently, so.
It's true.
No, I think I must have come across it because as you get older, you like nostalgia, and I used to live in Southern California. That's where I grew up as a kid in San Bernardino, which is not far from Slab City, and we actually used to go there and camp in the summer, right when it was the tail end before Slab City, and right at the tail end of when it used to be a resort. It was definitely a broken down, way past it's but we used to camp there. So I must have like searched for Salton Sea or something like that, and run across these channels. That's my best guess. I don't really remember, but it had to do with Slab City. It must have.
I think I came across it because I was looking up nickels, old nickels, and I got Zane Green had a coin channel, I guess, and so I guess after I X'd out of his coin channel, it must have directed me towards the Slab City or something.
I remember that he used to go to the banks and buy coins or change,
Yeah,
and
well,
then look through
Yeah,
it.
look for the good coins.
I remember
then
that.
I saw a picture of Cornelius, I think, and I was like, "Who the fuck is this?" So I clicked on that, and then there you go. There's Slab City.
Yeah.
I've
Then
only,
you
I've
got
only
you.
been active in the community for 4 years, so.
So you jumped down the rabbit hole like all of us, I think.
Well, I was, in the dog pound, and then he somehow, because he was into that off-grid shit, when he did his channel, people from Slab City community, Evan and everyone would come in there, and that's how I met everyone because I was in there, with Dog. And then I started following everyone, and Dog just, went his own way. He kind of ain't around anymore.
So you got in here through Dog Pound. Who did you start subbing to first?
Oh, I subbed up to everybody, I was an idiot in the beginning. I liked everybody. I had Sam, Cadillac Sam back then. Evan, good job, buddy. I was subbed to all the peoples. And then slowly, I unsubbed people. Like
Did you
Desmond, he came in.
scrap?
Desmond, he came over and visited, over at dog pounds and everything, and he ran out the door and left before I even could, got there. It's like, what the hell?
What
Dom said
about
he was like, he didn't like people, or had a weird condition. I don't know. It was weird.
what about Scrappin' Dude? Did you sub him?
Who?
Scrappin' Dude?
I did. I did. He was one of the ones I watched for a little bit too.
The
Yeah,
brat.
he was around in the beginning, yeah.
Yeah, I wonder. I'd like to get to the point. What was the beginning? Where would the beginning be? Someone said
Well,
Doglips was one of the first ones.
hey, I
Yeah.
only came around right at the end of Goonies, so
Yeah,
beginning.
see, that was when I caught in too. When was like the Goonies thing had just ended. That's when I was watching
I think
Evan
I
doing
started
his
watching
thing.
like a week or two before Goonies ended.
That's one I never watched at all. The only time I heard is that Mike Dibble in the Goonies.
Yeah,
Yeah, the only I came across him like when all the bad stuff started coming down, but that's kind of when I found out about him.
that's when I started watching. About then, yeah. So it's about what 4 years or something.
Yeah, just a little less probably because
Well,
About
I
the
just
same time.
I was here just it was before he got arrested and stuff.
Yeah.
I think what drew me in is it's not saying much about my character, but the knockdown dragouts between like Slab City News and Good Job Buddy. They
Yeah,
were
it was crazy.
they were brutal and just like wow.
Yeah, I was.
Those kind of sucked me in a bad way, but and there's what's those guys came around, and it's weird,
Well, half the stuff I looked at it, and I've always thought of it as entertainment. So I figured they were just playing. People put on these big fights and arguments just for the views, and drama sells. So when you're fighting, then more people view. And so I always thought it was kind of a setup or a gimme. You know what I mean? I never took it as serious, And then there's trolls who just dog people for the hell of it, and I don't know. I always look at it as entertainment, you know what I mean? And then, since I met Pat Green Bicycles and doing the grow stuff, I kind of see where there's a business, opportunity in there for someone if they were selling something like Pat with his nutrients. But I mean, I don't know. entertainment with commercials.
No, and it is, and I think we've all realized that in this community are there's ways to get views, and one of them is the drama, and
Yeah.
and there's no doubt about that brings in views big time, but other things do too, and maybe it's some ways for people to get to blow off steam, but when it goes off YouTube, which it has a little bit, that's I think that's the bad part of it.
Yeah.
In my humble opinion.
Yeah. And people do get hurt. I mean, things people say, can be hurtful,
Hey, you guys, I'm gonna step down.
Hey,
Maybe
Juan.
somebody else will come.
Yeah, thank you for coming up, Juan, and sharing your memories with Doglips. And if anyone else wants to, I'm going to drop the link again.
No problem. Thanks for having me, dude.
No worries.
But take it easy, brother.
Take it easy, man.
I'm not seeing any wrenches over there, so I guess it could be dangerous. So I got to help me out.
I'm watching it.
Okay.
Wrenches where? I'm in the chat.
Okay. I'm kind of watching the chat.
There's nobody bad. Sam's in here, but he's being nice. He's cool. Peace, Sam.
To be honest, Sam has been nothing but actually very cool to me in the last recent history. So
No, he's been cool with me. I've never had an issue with Sam, We never got into beefs. We've called each other stupid names, doing the YouTube thing, but we've never had, serious beefs or anything.
no, those seem to kind of go in circles. Let me drop this link. I just dropped the link.
Yeah, I thought you were going to, and then I don't see it. It's like, I thought, oh, there it is. Okay, I see it. There it is. It's there.
Let's see.
Hi, Deb. How you doing? Now, Deb,
Deborah Langry, I think that's a little bit of hyperbole there. I don't think it'd be astronomical. It would be, you're definitely going to have different opinions, and maybe the first broadcast might be controversial on who did the first one. But no, I think it would be an interesting project actually to kind of just get a few people to come together and talk about the research.
It would be cool.
Are you a research, Just Ruth? Are you a research librarian? We could use your help. You think it would be? Are you saying that it would be astronomical, Just Ruth?
Yeah, Azra could do that stuff. Yeah.
Oh.
Well, tomorrow's Mother's Day.
Okay. Well, it's tomorrow. Don't tell me that.
Yeah, tomorrow is Mother's Day.
Oh,
so get your plants in the ground. At least that's
snaps.
Mother's Day is planting day.
I missed that one.
What up?
Yeah, Sam.
What up? I started my planting yesterday.
There you go. See, told you.
Oh.
Mother's Day weekend, you get that stuff in the ground.
How are you, Pat? Buds, how are you?
Good.
We're hanging in there.
Samuel, how are you?
Just enjoying this view.
Sam has a pretty good view there. I'm thinking.
I enjoyed your rock and roll, whatever you call them, to Doglips today, Sam. That was pretty nice.
Thank you. I tried doing my best, and
yeah, you picked out some good tunes. I was jamming it out while I was doing my housework.
Yeah, then I muted myself for 10 damn minutes.
I know. I was like, what did I came back. I checked my sound. I'm like, it has to be in, man.
Damn it, man.
Okay, I got a couple of the OGs on here, so I'm going to ask them the same thing. First, let's start with Sammy Boy. Do you remember how you got introduced to this community, and where do you think some of this stuff started?
Well, it's how it started for me was I got stuck at Slab City News. I started, other people had channels. I saw they made money, so I figured.
You got stuck at my house?
So I figured it'd be a good way.
Slab City News.
Oh, yeah, I got stuck in Slab City News. He had me stuffed away in his basement.
You got stuck in my butt cheeks.
I got stuck in your dungeon.
You got stuck in my ball.
Oh, you guys.
Now I
They
got stuck in Slab City, and other people had YouTube channels, and they were able to, you know, make a little bit of money. And so I figured I could start a channel, you know, and produce some content possibly, and, you know, get some help, you know, to get a vehicle.
Yeah,
And then people, you know, I'd get like a few people, and then it just slowly started growing. And then before I knew it, I had you guys.
Okay, let me ask you this, Sammy, because the first time I heard about you, the first time I heard about Cadillac Sam, and that name was, I just thought that was a great name. It was from, I'm pretty sure it was Eddie, and he was trying to put on a fundraiser to get you a car.
Yep, that's it.
That's when I first heard about you. How far were you into the gig at that point?
That was when I was in San Diego. That was when I left the slabs. That was 14 months after I crashed my car, or got crashed into, I should say. Not crashed my car. I didn't crash it. Somebody crashed into me, rear-ended me, left me stuck.
In San
And
Diego?
no, slabs.
Okay.
Oh, and the slabs.
Okay.
And yeah, I had a '96 Dodge Dakota V6 Magnum. Excellent fucking truck. 147,000 miles. Them things will go up to 300 plus.
Sweet.
So Sam, from your point of view, who do you think would have been like one of the earliest podcasters from this? And again, I'm going to use air quotes over Slab City community because I
Well,
don't even know the boundaries of that are. But what do you think?
well, I'd say podcaster would be Slab City News, because he, you know, he would report on people's live streams on what they talked about, and go check them out and this and that. So I'd have to say Slab City News.
Would you say Community Cause is part of the Slab City community?
Our community? Fuck no.
Oh, so
Yeah.
that would
No, absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
He's a
Okay.
slabber, an actual slabber.
Yeah, he's an actual slabber. This is just a community that started from the slabs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't even see why they refer to it as a slab community anymore, because ain't none of us in the fucking slabs anymore.
No.
from your point of view, Evan.
I mean, me, Evan, and Nikki are the only ones that stayed in the slabs.
Deborah's
And,
still in the island.
So Doglips, Nikki, and Evan were the only ones who ever like physically been in the slabs.
No, and Deborah Langley and
Deborah Langley.
Tommy Shepard.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
Evan,
Jose's been to the slabs. There's a few of
yeah,
us.
yeah. It started in the slabs, but I mean, we're really not a slab
El
community.
Joe, that's right, Earth Girl.
yeah, El Joe, yeah, he's another one that I would say El Joe's part of this community. See, again, where do you put the fence up? I don't know. I would like to think I'm a little bit part of it, but Evan, you're an OG for sure. You have Slab City News
As the name.
as the
Capitalist. God bless America. May Allah bless all of us.
name. So,
I'm a capitalist. I said, man, does anybody have Slab City News Gmail? Because you have to use the Gmail for your YouTube account. No one had it. I'm rich.
I have Slab City Radio Gmail, so
There you go.
remember that one day you said, and I was like, I'll make that channel, and I made it real quick, came in your thing and said, damn, look at their trolls are good. It was me.
Bam. It's amazing.
I locked it down, baby.
when you started
Those are
Slab,
two names the slab community can never use.
That's right.
so who was the first one you remember seeing their face on TV on the camera?
Community Cause, Zane, Mike. I went out to meet Community Cause. I
Community
talked to him.
calls and making Tommy Shepard.
I talked to Kaz through Facebook, and I went out there. My goal was to hang out with Kaz, but he dissed me, and I was like, if you turn your back on me as a man, I'm not going to chase you, dog. I'll go find somewhere else to hang out. So that's when I went to the
snub you.
Oh, I know, dude. I know.
So you went out now. How did you find out about Cause? Was that from YouTube?
Facebook.
Oh,
Yeah,
Facebook.
YouTube, Facebook. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, YouTube first, and I contacted him through Facebook because I wanted him to know that I was a real person instead of an avatar on YouTube.
Oh, that's cool.
And did that way of life intrigue you?
Absolutely.
Yeah. And so you went out there. When did you start the channel? After you left there?
Yes. Yep.
He took the name. Boom.
I'm a
Started
capitalist. Why
reporting.
not? I mean, there's a house made out of a newspaper, and no one thought Slab City News. All the
That's great.
whatevs.
So they
Yeah,
definitely
didn't good job, buddy, give you the idea for that?
No, that's through the Ethernet of the idea process. When someone thinks of something, halfway across the world, someone will get the idea. It's
Yeah,
part of human nature. He was gonna name it that, but Kaz scared him, and then like 2 days later, I picked up through the Ethernet, man, of ideas. He did not capitalize on it. I did, bro.
yeah.
so
In the air.
In the air, man.
good job.
Yeah, he
buddies out
wanted to
there.
be community stinky.
Who's
We're
that?
all connected, yo. Whether you believe it or not.
No, I'd like to see the tree. I'd like to see the tree. Maybe we can get Azel to work on that.
And then when people got me helped me get into a vehicle, I kept my promise, and I was filming my travels, and then trolls set in, and here we are today.
This will be a controversial one. Who do you think? Who's some of the earliest like trolls?
Who? What?
Like early trolls?
The ones that I know of,
Yeah. Who was like the first? Because did it start off with like
Evan,
hippity
Digger.
dippity and love?
Evan, Digger, Joanne,
Fakers.
And they were.
Digger.
And what was early trolling? What does that mean? Just like calling people's names?
Doglips was a troll.
Oh yeah, Doglips,
That was a troll in
definitely.
the beginning.
Because they would just come and be smartasses, or what?
Oh yeah.
That's
Smart
kind of-
asses, you double stream and you talk mad shit and all.
But we also got people like Kale. He was a troll. I know that people love him, and he put his daughter and there were skateboards involved. It was family, but the man was a troll. You cannot deny it.
He came in, yeah.
For real was a troll.
I remember that name.
Everyone's troll.
Yeah.
Does For Real ever have their face up?
Yeah, absolutely. I have
Yeah.
pictures of him.
Yeah.
So who in here is like a troll that's never been seen?
Not Fakers. No, not her. You're talking to her right now, fool. Look, hello.
No, I'm not.
This is mugshot.
Is that a nurse's head or the moon behind her head?
No, that's a jail mugshot, bro.
Is
What's up with
anybody
the hat though? It looks like a prison
nurse's
like-
bonnet.
Yeah, what's up with the nurse's bonnet?
I think that's just the background.
It's background.
Just the moon.
Okay.
She's a spaced out bitch.
I don't want to like bring up names that they're not here to defend themselves or whatever, or just say it. But like Jose, it seems he's been around forever. When did he start coming into the picture? Does anyone know?
Oh, he came in when I was in Tallies.
Yeah, it was like 4 years, 3 years.
Yeah, I was in Tallies when he came in.
When you stayed with Tally that time?
Yes, I was in Tally's backyard, and I don't know what we were talking about. And then all of a sudden, my phone rang. It was a number I didn't recognize, and I answered it, and it's Jose saying that someone
4 years, something like that.
hit his car. Said they hit his car and put a note on his car with my phone number, and that's how he called me.
Jose had a car?
Well, I guess at one time.
Amazing.
So I don't know if a lot of people know this, but on that infamous trip to Tally's, I met you at Walmart parking lot.
That's
Remember that?
right.
And
Yeah.
Then you went up there, and then things went south a little bit, didn't they?
Well, it went south when I got introduced to 1.5 gallons of moonshine.
No, don't do that. Bad idea.
The moonshine story. I remember that.
Yep.
So Evan, how did you and Good Job Buddy cross paths?
Over the Mike Dibble incident, because I was a fool and thought Mike Dibble was innocent from what happened to my uncle in the documentary The Jaundice Eye. Now people got to understand that they put him in prison, and he went to prison and still fought the case and got released from prison.
Yeah,
after a year and a half.
Innocent. He was actually innocent. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, and he got paid too. And I thought that's the way that the Mike case was going. So, what was the question again?
So
Pat?
you didn't
kept doubling. Yeah, and you kept doubling down. But
Triple down.
Let's not forget
that you stole the dog.
Down, and you stayed triple down even 6 months.
Even after you stole the dog, Sam.
Okay,
We've all done bad stuff. You stole the dog.
Hey,
but then you stole the dog, Sam.
See, you have to bring that up to throw.
Okay.
Well, Sam, we've heard it 1,000 times.
The verdict.
All right, enough. We're not here to
child endangerment, so it wasn't. Yeah, it's over.
I don't want to do that.
Right.
I don't want to. I was just trying to get some history, and yeah, I'm kind of curious when
was the first time you met Doglips, Sam? Or seen him on YouTube or something?
Doglips when he was in Colorado when the forest fires were happening. No. I met him before the forest fires. Met him in Dubuque, Colorado.
Sweet, that was a long time ago.
Yep. We spent some time together, and he couldn't get away from me fast enough.
That's cool though, man, because you got to spend time with him. That's awesome.
Yeah, I swear to God, I took a picture of him by the Colorado River, and he looked just like Cheech. No, Chong. Sorry.
Yeah.
He looked just like
long hair.
So did you hang out in camp with him? Did you go hang out in camp with him on the Colorado River?
I just took him down where I just took him down where I would hang out all the time, because I wound up meeting him at night, and so we then we linked up first thing in the morning, and then I took him down to this spot that I hung out at down the road from the Circle K. You cross this old metal bridge, and then you turn down this road, and you got to drive through the woods, and it's got big, deep fucking ruts and stuff. It was pretty crazy, but when you make it back there, it was worth the effort.
Did you say
swim? You could swim, have a good time.
I'm sorry to interrupt you. Did you say Deborah Langley was one of the Slab City residents at a point?
Yeah.
I guess so, yeah. She was in I think she was associated with Goonies camp.
She still lives. She lives right there in Nyland still.
I would like to hear her
I think, yeah.
How she met Mr. Walsh.
She's in the area.
Yeah, I remember when Nyland caught on fire and the fire was bouncing from house to house, and holy shit. They saved the school.
Slab City TV's right there too, right? In Nyland.
Yep.
Yeah.
How'd you like to live in Nyland when it's 130 degrees out?
I couldn't do it.
Oh, dude. I don't recommend anyone take that damn challenge.
You'd have to have air conditioning, and just stay inside all the time.
Hey, Pat. Hey, Buds.
Oh, there she is. Hi, Dad.
Welcome,
Well,
Deborah.
what you do is you sleep during the day in the air conditioning, and then you party your ass off at night when it's 90 degrees. 100.
Yeah, it's still real high, huh?
Just being honest. if you do psychedelics, it's strongly encouraged that you drink Gatorade or plenty of water and Gatorade and stuff.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So Deborah, you're an OG slabber.
I don't know if they'd call me a slabber. The slabbers wouldn't call me a slabber. I think I was at Goonies a total of 18 or 19 days, and then I lived actually in the slabs about 6 months, and then I moved to Nyland.
Well, that's a Slab City news person, that, because
Right.
that's it. We don't live in the slabs. We might want to visit, but we don't.
Right, right.
What drew you to go there in the first place, if you don't mind me asking?
Well, I had been living in my car in Escondido for a bit of time, and it was getting attention there. And I was looking for, I don't know, a community to be a part of, and had been watching all kinds of travel documentaries and videos and now, nomads and stuff. And I saw Mike's videos and really truly believed that it would be some type of intentional community. And thought, why the hell not? My friends and family thought I'd lost my mind, but I went there. I went there and it went to hell in a handbasket. And left and went back to the Escondido area for about 6 months, and then moved back out here. And it was a good jumping off point for me to be in the slabs, and then got property here, so in Nyland.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And it
Well,
was
that's
about,
good.
I'm going to say it was probably January of 2019 when Doglips came out to visit me.
Mm-hmm. He
And
came out to visit you
yeah.
specifically?
Yes.
How'd you meet him?
Online.
Yeah.
I had been, in Goonies chat and a lot of other chats after the fall of
Mm-hmm.
that camp, and we got to talking, and a mutual friend had set up for him to come out and hang out, and we drove through the slabs together and hung out a bit, and then I took him to dinner at the restaurant here, and then he did what he's really good at, and decided to troll the shit out of me after he
See, I
left.
told you Douglas was a troll back then.
So was it?
Yeah, so him and Charles decided they wanted to troll the crap out of me for a while.
Oh yeah, Charles. That's right. We forgot about
Yeah.
him.
And then about a year ago, Pat and I talked about it, and we both apologized for being idiots, and I'm glad that we got to do that before all this. Broke my heart yesterday to hear this. It really
Oh
did.
my God, no.
I wanted so much more for him.
So did
I
Yeah.
think we all did. I mean, he looked
Yeah.
so good, man. It was like he gained weight. He just looked good. His face looked good. His color was good. And
Well, losing Sakari broke his heart. You know,
it really did.
and it just broke his spirit. And
Yeah, but it sounded like he had dreams again. He wanted to go to Mount Shasta. He was, when he got out of jail, he was talking like he was, Pat again. You know what I mean? It was like,
yeah.
I don't know. I just felt so good for him. And then I heard he was drinking, and I seen him, drinking. It was like, oh, man. And then, boom, this happened. It was like, what the hell happened?
Yeah.
Just so quick.
Well, it can happen to any of us,
I know. That's when you really, yeah.
It brings it kind of home, I mean, I don't.
It's not a given that we'll be here tomorrow.
Yeah, I don't want that for any of us. It's just, I don't know. I feel so bad for.
Somebody's got Terrible T's PayPal's for the help with the cremation.
Yeah, I seen it. I think
Yeah, I don't know what that is. If someone would like to post that'll be fine. I don't know anything about that, but yeah.
Well, I guess he's getting cremated, and I think I don't know.
I know Monday
think he
morning,
wanted
some of his, I'm not sure who, but some of his family members are to come viewing him on Monday morning.
Oh, good.
And I'm going to, I don't know if I'm necessarily looking to view Patrick, but I'm gonna try to go down and meet him.
Yeah, please extend my condolences in person. Um, you know, I know his kids loved the crap out of him. They couldn't. You know, they struggled.
I cared a lot about him. I mean, I used to
Patrick
bring
loved
him
his
food.
kids.
hmm
Yeah,
And I don't think a lot of people understood that. I think a lot of the reason why Patrick didn't want to be around his kids was the path he set. I mean, he set it himself. You know, this was his plan. This is what he wanted, and he did it.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, you
I'm
know,
don't don't
I
take it
don't.
harshly, but I mean, that's what he said. If
Well,
anybody remembers.
Pat, the real struggle Pat began to have all began with Jennifer Drexel
Yep.
and
Yep.
her catfish, and you know, he just put everything into her, and it turned out so badly, and he just lost his shit. You know.
Yeah. And then Sakari,
Yep.
he was in financial debt over. Yeah, he ran into financial debt over her.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And
Credit cards
Jennifer,
got
you
maxed.
know,
Credit
it
cards got
was.
maxed out somehow.
Yeah, it was just. I mean, you know, I don't know much about the girl. I just think that, you know, he really put more into her than she felt for him, and you know, it turned out so poorly, and he lost so much, and you know, you could see the change in Pat right during that, and um,
I
it
mean,
tore him
even
apart, you know, and
I
then the
know.
community, you know, community of trolls that he had always had such a good time with saw an opening to start messing with him over her, and
Yeah,
you
and I
know
hope
it.
people remember who those people were.
I do, you
I
know,
hope a lot of you do.
I have a long memory of stuff,
hmm
Sam. You know, and um, it's not been a good thing to view in this community. I'm not saying I'm a perfect person by any means, but
And
I
neither am I. Me and Pat's had our go arounds.
you know, and
I know this. When Patrick talked about his kids, he was amazingly proud of his daughters.
yes, very
He
much
were
so.
he held them in reverence, and and
Yep.
I think it befuddled me as many because I've heard the same advice that I tried to give him, and I know a lot of people did. You know, that's where he belonged, and it was
Yeah.
tough because it's so close yet so far away, and now it's really far away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. It
but no,
And
is.
let's not forget how independent and self reliant he was, and then he got to the point where he couldn't be that no more, and that weighs
Oh,
on someone's mind.
he's an ornery old cuss. You know, I mean,
I
it's
know.
when
I mean,
he got something in his head, there wasn't any getting around it. You know, and that's the bottom line. You know, I will say forever that I'm grateful that he and I were not at odds. You know, the last year. And he actually seemed happy to see me come into streams and have me on his panel and chat with me, and that I'm grateful for that. You know, I don't want to fight with anybody. I just really don't want to fight with anybody.
I hear that.
I just life's too damn short, and as we just saw, and you know, I
64.
just you know, I just feel so bad for his kids. I just really do, and his grandkids, and
Yeah. The ones he's never even
can't.
met. He was going to go and meet his new
Right.
grandbaby. You didn't even, yeah.
that's what I was hoping.
I
That's what
love.
I thought the plan. That's what I thought the plan was when he got out of jail. was that he's gonna go up and spend some time with his kids and
Right.
visit his grandkids. Is what I thought was gonna happen. And then he started hanging around that chulo dude or whatever the hell his name is.
Yeah, that's I don't know.
Yeah.
Is there? Would
Well,
anyone else like to come up or Yeah, that's something that was
we
for
all,
sure.
we all we
We
all
like
have our demons that we battle,
Oh, I saw that
and
coming.
we all have our demons.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw
you
the
know,
robbery coming with all the people he was hanging around.
See,
So
that's
sorry.
it was. He always like talked to all them homeless people, and when he was even parked at the beach and didn't have nothing, he'd get $100 and get half of it away. I mean, yeah,
yeah,
he
he
was.
did.
He always was open. He was a kind-hearted man.
No, he had a big
Yeah.
heart. He liked to. That was
Could
that,
be.
that wasn't good for him in the end. I don't think.
No.
No, I don't think so either. I don't think so either. Well, if you ever have any questions, Pat, I have been around a long time, but
No, I
it
appreciate
would
that.
be only from my perspective, and as with any of us, our own experiences. But
Okay,
there's a lot of messed up history with this group of people, and
okay. While I have you up
I
here,
got
can I ask you just quickly if you have to leave? Is like, what is your perspective on like the YouTube part of it? Where did it start?
well, I think a lot of us came from a little bit different directions. Some of us, some came through Zane, some came through Cause, some came through Goonies. Um, I think that when Mike was arrested, it threw everybody into a tailspin. Um, I
Mm-hmm.
was
He
I was one
fractured
of
the whole
two
community.
people left at the camp with Mike when those when he was arrested. I had left to go to
Oh,
San Diego, and had put my stuff in the bus that was on the lower canal, and was going to go spend like the summer in San Diego because I was not prepared for the heat. And I think a day and a half later, I got the phone call about Mike having been arrested. But at that point, this community splintered, and no one knew
hmm
what to make of it. It was just bizarre. And um,
especially when the
Oh,
charges were good.
community.
well, that, and a lot of accusations, a lot of
Yep.
people trying to draw their own conclusions, and nobody really knew. All I knew for myself and my experience was that Mike was a piece of shit as a human being. Um,
Oh,
and that was
damn.
my personal experience with him. A little
Mm.
autocratic Napoleon little bastard, and who did very little work while he screamed at other people, and used
Oh,
everybody's resources up, sucked them up, bled them dry, and then kicked them to the curb. And
mhm.
so I didn't have a lot of respect for him, but at the same time, I wasn't there when all that happened, so I didn't know what to. I don't want to just accuse someone of something so horrendous without having a damn good supporting documentation for it. It's a nasty name to call someone
Yeah.
and to label them with, But the more that time that went on, I had my thoughts and feelings about it, and it just became more and more difficult, And people just they got very strong opinions, and they've utilized those opinions to tear each other apart. And some of it's forgivable, some of it's not, and it is what it is at this point. There's no fixing this. There's no fixing this community to the point where we could all just get along and have a great time. Um, there's
How
just
close
too much.
was? Sorry,
Go ahead.
I was going to ask how close the camp was from getting looted and all the solar shit stolen.
Oh my God. There were so many threats coming in while I was there dismantling the solar array and stuff. You know how that goes. And,
Mm-hmm.
I was staying in a hotel in Nyland, at night, so I could actually work during the day to try to get stuff into the container. And, I got phone calls from Sandra several times about threats that had been made. And so I'd have to get in the car and race out there and confront whatever was going on. And if I had not gone back, there wouldn't have been a damn thing left. Whether it be burned to the ground or whether it be stolen, because that's just the way of it that it
Yep,
goes,
Slab City.
and I got accused a lot of, I don't know what I was accused of, but people had strong opinions about what I was doing. And my simple thing was that I didn't know what people had donated. There was no way for me to tell and no way to track it. So I know that the sponsor had put a shit ton of money out there,
Mm-hmm.
and that I didn't think it was right for everything to be lost. And that's why I came back and did what I did, and I'll stand by it and would do it again. And there wasn't anybody else stepping up.
Well, they
They
were
were all
crying. They couldn't get it.
no, they were all stepping back and waiting and holding their breath and see what would happen. And not too many were happy when I showed up.
Well, shit. If I would have known what was going on, I could have. I could have. When I was down there, probably could have come and brung you a couple of buddies, a couple of negotiators.
Oh, you know what, Sam? Believe it or not, I held my own just fine.
Yeah, seems like
know.
she handled it, Sam.
No,
And
shit, that's how I kept shit. That's how I kept shit fucking straight at the hostel. Had two little friends.
Yeah, I
Smith
didn't
and
need
Wesson.
that. I didn't
One was
need. I didn't
bang
need
and
to
one was
have
boom.
friends. Yeah, I didn't need to have.
One was
I
bang and
didn't
the other
have any
was
of that
boom.
shit. I didn't need
Oh,
to use
Sam,
that.
you bring
I
your
got
buddy Smith and Wesson.
Well, these
I
weren't
got
Smith and Wesson.
I'm sorry,
I've got
Deborah.
a pretty mouthy, dominant, you know, attitude, so I didn't have any problems. But and whatever did come up, I handled it. So but at the same time, I guess I made some enemies by doing just that. But
Oh yeah.
like I said, I no regrets here. Just did what I felt like it was the right thing and I needed to do. But
Yeah. Deb's an
anyways,
OG.
it all went to hell in a
It's like
handbasket after
it's
that.
like how dare you stop us from taking what is ours?
Yeah, they
Yep.
basically had it all picked out. And Deb stopped that
Yeah.
from happening.
Yeah. But I
Yeah,
had
the trailers
some help.
disappeared, didn't they?
Huh?
Trailers disappeared, didn't they?
I think Beret ended up with Mike's trailer, and once Tori and Beret kind of took over Goonies and Lewis, their intentions were good to make something good out of something tragic. But it's a hard life down here. It
Oh
just
yeah.
is. And they didn't have a
Yeah.
lot of the, monetary backing to do everything that, that Mike had been doing for sure.
No.
And, but I did leave them with everything for that camp to continue to run and run well. They weren't left high and dry with no resources, that's for sure.
Oh no, they had a freezer full of food. I wonder how long that lasted.
Well, they had a freezer full of food that I had bought. So there was a lot that they had going for them, and Tori has worked her butt off to make that camp something better. And I I got a lot of respect for people that are on the lower canal and in the slabs. They're not all of them are good people out there, but there's a lot of them that I know if I was in trouble that I could call and they'd help me, and to this day. So, I try to respect almost everybody. Until you disrespect me, then that's different.
I really liked what Rabbit Side did. They
They're
had it
my
really
best.
good.
They're some of my best friends. Yeah, yeah. I've gotten. We talked on the phone. I think night before last, and their new place is fabulous. And
Oh,
they're
they sold.
they're
They finally sold it.
yep. They sold it and they're gone. And um, they're gonna do just fine. They've got a lot of ingenuity, talent, strength,
Hmm.
and I'm just really happy for them. Sad that I miss them.
Now,
You know.
whoever thought? Now, whoever thought that you could take a plot of desert sand, build something, and make a few $1,000s off of it? Build
Oh.
something out of scrap stuff, man. Just out of junk. Just build stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Out of scrap stuff, and be able to sell it to somebody, and they be happy.
Well, there's
Only in Slab City.
it takes a special kind of person to live out there and to be creative and to make money and to just power through it and still keep the respect of everybody around you, which is not an easy task. And
Yeah, and if the slabs,
Rabbit Side has the respect of the entirety of the slabs, which is not an
and if the
easy thing to do.
and if the slabs want to keep snowbirds coming in, they need to start protecting them. You need to quit fucking raping, robbing, and pillaging them people.
I think that slabs are going to do what they're going to do, when people that honestly that come into a community just like the slabs and assume and presume anything without protecting their camp, protecting their possessions, and not being a jackass. They also, that they have some responsibility as well, Sam. I'm not saying one is worse than the others. Slabs has its reputation, and it's
Yep.
not, I'm not down with any of that at
Mm.
all.
Were you there when Tex would come and throw the parties?
No, not that I know of.
Man, this guy
I
showed up
moved
with
I
120 cases of beer.
I moved back there and
120 cases and 8 gallons of liquor. And it was just
mm,
party, 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 party.
no, I moved back in December of 2018 is when I moved back.
I
Moved there
Derek,
again.
I got a question about the slabs, kind of historical question.
Sure.
Like I said, when I was probably 74, 75, I used to go there camping in the summer. So,
Right.
so then, and then the next time I kind of stumbled across it was a few years back, and would they have the Church Mountain?
Uh-huh.
How did that? Do you know how that was founded, or who the original people are? They
The
long
Salvation
gone.
Mountain?
This
Yeah.
was that the first thing?
Salvation Mountain was founded by Leonard Knight
Was he the first guy there in Slab City?
No.
at Salvation Mountain.
Okay, or Slab City, who kind of like was the first, the people who started what's
Oh,
going on there?
jeez. It goes back to the 50s, man. There's no telling. I know
Well,
many
see, I don't
people that
remember
have
that
lived
part.
out there
They
30
it must
years,
because in
I'll
the
tell you what, they
the
be
70s,
raking in the dough, man. They be raking in the dough.
Not so much now. The
Well,
last couple of years I've heard everybody.
oh yes, I know. There used to be tons. Okay, here's something a lot of people probably didn't know about the slabs. Salvation Mountain is like a mecca for uh Asians.
Chinese
They,
tourists.
oh really?
yes, Chinese tourists, and I think over in Beijing, or Tokyo or something like that, they have a replica of Salvation Mountain in a mall.
They do. They do. It's almost a, I don't know, it's one of the major tourist spots for the Chinese when they come into the States to visit
Yep.
Salvation Mountain. But with the stop of tourism, and such a
Yeah.
couple years ago, it really did a number. I know that there's a lot of repair that needs to go on there, that I don't think they've had necessarily all the money to do. So they blocked off a lot of places. I don't think you can go up around the top anymore. But they keep trying to hold it all together. But the rain does a number on it. It erodes pretty badly if there's not general upkeep.
Oh
But
yeah, I
yeah,
remember
Leonard
when we
started
got
that.
I remember the monsoon that washed out the road that led into Salvation Mountain, and it took that little drainage culvert thing that they had there and just tossed it to
Yeah.
the side.
Well, the rains just in the desert are completely destructive. But yeah, there's a lot of old timers out there, Pat, that with a lot of various stories and backgrounds for sure. Some of them, 24, 26, and 30 years they've been out there, and they're not necessarily
Stable.
friendly to interviews. They'd rather just be left alone for most part.
It's kind of an interesting history for sure. Do you have any concerns or about a lithium mine that's supposedly going in that area?
They just saw a flyer for a town hall meeting in regards to that.
Mm-hmm.
So I know that a lot of businesses are starting to open, brand new businesses. Calipatria, Brawley, some coming into an island. I expect it to really start boosting up around here. Property prices, homes. So I fully expect that to take place. Yeah. Which will
So
be
that
good for the
could
local
bring good.
What
economy.
about the post office situation? Whatever happened with that with the post office situation?
Well, temporarily it's in Calipatria. They do plan on rebuilding. I think they'll probably, in my estimation, they'll probably buy a piece of land and rebuild on that, or buy the property and demolish the building that it was in, that strip mall. That's all burned out now. But they will rebuild, but the federal government moves at a pretty slow rate, so I don't
Yeah.
expect that for a while.
So
There was talk of them maybe temporarily lodging in one portion of the Nyland store, but I mean there are so many regulations with a post office and how it has to be built and structurally, and
yeah.
the integrity of the structure, firewalls, and all that stuff, that I'm not sure that is a viable option, so we'll have to see. But that's about all I know.
Did they
I
find
stay to
out the
myself
cause?
a lot. Supposedly someone had been staying in the burnout little old Bobby D's restaurant that was next door to the post office, and it went through the wall and just took out the post office. So it was a pretty bad fire.
Holy shit! Oh, so he started a fire in there.
Yeah, that's the
Did they catch
story.
him?
I don't know.
Oh, wow, that's
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
So,
Fucking smoking stupid.
green bicycles.
Yes,
So when
sir.
you were what was
What?
so from what you see about the slabs and hear about the slabs now, how different is it from when you was there in the 70s?
Well, when I was quite the young kid. Actually, I was a young gal. I don't know, 12 or 13. I remember it seemed like a rundown resort, and there was like dead fish on the shore, and it wasn't like in the 50s. I think it was like a luxury
That's
resort.
Salton Sea. That's not Slab City.
Well, isn't Slab City abutted? Okay, I'm wrong then. Is Slab City? I thought it was abutted against Salton Sea.
No, no. Slab
we're
City's
we're
like 40 miles from there.
Really?
I
Yeah.
mean, you can see the Salton Sea from
Oh,
Slabs,
never
Yeah,
mind that.
yeah, you can. Definitely.
and
You can see the sheen.
I thought they were
I
like.
don't think it's 40 miles, but yeah.
See, I remember. It seems to me, I thought I saw videos of like people walking from Slab City to along the shores of that lake, and that lake is pretty nasty, if I remember
Yeah,
right.
and it's
Or yeah,
just
so I'm
gotten worse.
completely mistaken then.
There's
I
no
learned
longer
something.
any fish
You
in
were
it.
close, Pat, but not really.
Most of the wildlife is gone now from around Salton Sea because at one time there were fish in it, but the lower it's gotten, the more toxic that water is for them to live and reproduce. So you don't see the dead fish along the shore, but the smell from the Salton Sea gets to
Oh
be
yeah.
pretty potent. I can smell it from here, and
Do you know?
it's not pretty.
Yeah,
You
and
know?
that's an ecological hazard that's gonna affect a shit ton of people if they don't get on the ball.
Do
I
you know
can
how? Do you know how
guarantee
that formed?
if they do the lithium mining here, I can guarantee they're going to do something to fix the Salton Sea because that will be, a recreation area, and they'll be
Oh, isn't
seeing
that
money
where
come back in.
is
Huh?
that the lake or sea or whatever where there was a big resort town there, and
Yeah,
then it got infected
There,
and the fish
That
never,
was that's the Salton Sea.
yeah, and
yeah,
the whole
It
there
town is
what
was.
just
happened was, all right, the Salton Sea is like a natural forming bowl, and it got flooded like thousands, hundreds of years ago or some shit like that. And it was fed with, water, but then the water got diverted that was fed into it. It got diverted for agriculture, and then the water just became stagnant.
yeah,
actually,
and
I
then it
think
got
I've
toxic and everything
I
got
think I'm a little more accurate. Actually, I think it was a breach of a canal from the Colorado River, and I think it was not that long ago. I think
You're right.
in the 1900s at some point.
Oh yeah, because I watched a documentary. It was like a big booming
You're
place
right.
in the 50s
Yeah,
or something. It was like
but it was an
It was
accident that
people were
happened.
going there.
It
Yeah,
wasn't natural
yeah.
bull, it just filled up, but it doesn't have a natural source.
right.
Well,
And
and there's an inactive volcano right there too. People don't realize,
Yeah, I
right
swear
next
there's
to
a
the Salton
documentary
Sea.
on it, and they show the people that are like a few people that are still living in that toxic zone, in that ghost town. Like
Yep.
slabbers.
Yeah,
yeah, that's what I thought. Actually, that's what I thought. I know the slabs is based upon the actual old military base. Is it like that?
Yes.
yes,
Yeah, that's an old military base, 40
So that
miles or whatever away
so
from the Salton Sea Resort thing.
so technically that's
yeah.
like government property.
It was,
Yes.
but they donated to
No,
the school district.
They donated to the
yes,
school district. So the school district owns
but
that.
there's weird lines to it because some of that is private land, some is owned by the railroad, and some is school for the school teachers union,
Right.
for their or I'm
That
sorry,
would be me.
retirement.
That would be me. So I own a little bit of that out there. I just wanted to let
Right.
you know.
You can go
So I
retire
mean,
out
it's a little
Facts.
confusing. It's a little confusing. Slabs proper is really not that big. Where people live,
where
there
the
are some
slabs
people
are.
that live. Huh?
Is that where the slabs are, Dad? The main part?
Yeah, for the most part. And there's the bunkers. There's several of those out there. People live inside those as well. But yeah, Slabs proper is just not that big. It's got maybe a population of three, maybe 400 at the tops during the summer. And there's a lot of transient that comes in and out. That's why sometimes it's hard to know whether people have disappeared or what.
Left.
I mean, there's just a lot that goes on that I think Slab sometimes gets blamed for when there is a majorly transient population. We don't know when a
Yeah,
person's
people
arrived
coming
or
and going.
left. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, you get a lot
I'm
of dirty kids, a lot of train hoppers.
Yeah, like Jose went in and came out, and if he wouldn't have went back live after going in, people would say Jose got murdered in the slabs.
Well,
You know?
yeah, I mean, that's why you see, you watch the slab Facebook posts and you see a lot of, posters being put up in regards to missing people that they maybe had been seen in the slabs, and sometimes maybe it's not true, so,
Yep.
but I
I
mean,
agree.
because there's such a small population, it does get a lot of attention about, drug use and violence and, all kinds of stuff. But, and that
Is
stuff does happen, and that's no lie. But, and not everybody that lives there is a good hearted person, A lot of them are living there because they don't have any place else to go.
Yeah, and then with the
A lot of,
conditions and shit, I mean, that'll affect you mentally too. I mean, and then
oh,
you end up
brother,
using
come out
drugs.
come out here and try to live through a summer. It'll make you a crazy person. I mean, it's I don't want anybody visiting in the summer because I'm a nut job. It's freaking hot.
Yeah.
I mean, you're just trying to survive, and I'm doing it buck ass naked, so I don't want any visitors.
Oh, I want to come to Dallas. Damn it. I'm heading to your place this August.
No, I love you, buds, but hell no, you ain't. You'll be freeballing it, and that's not something I want to see, bro.
I'll wear a dress like Sammy does.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't wear a dress. I didn't wear a dress. I wore a skirt.
All right,
I'll
a
drop
skirt
your ass off out of
with a
slabs
nice
then, bro.
blouse. That's funny.
Only one wearing a dress here is me, okay?
And I tell you what, there ain't nothing wrong with wearing a skirt in the slabs.
Not if it's
I don't have a
120
problem with what
degrees. I
people
can't
wear.
blame
I've seen much worse
I don't
than a
give a
guy
fuck.
wearing a skirt.
I don't give a fuck what a motherfucker thinks.
so like far as politically goes, I can see a lot of people move to an area and they're free thinkers and they don't like the government, I'm guessing, or they, for whatever reason, they go out there. Is it kind of like Lord of the Flies? Is there a natural order?
Yeah.
Is there a natural order that develops? Is there a vacuum for leadership? Do factions happen? How compare that to, like, regular Babylon society is screwed up in a lot of ways, and there's a lot of stress and between authoritarian. Is it much different there? Give me your take on that, please, and thank you.
There's a lot of like wannabe
Groups.
anarchists out there. There's a lot of wannabe hippies. They really don't get the concept, but true hippies would be just aghast at what these people are. But there's a lot of liberals. There are some Republicans. There's a lot of that has been tried and is a little ineffective to have some kind of slab city committee to try to get things done. I know that Rabbit Side themselves tried to help with setting up like hand washing stations or stations placed around slabs that you could go grab a fire extinguisher, if you needed to, and shovels, and it's just, as much organization has been tried, it's not that effective.
No.
And,
Quick question for you.
You have too many wannabe chiefs when you try to get something going.
So something like Rabbit Side would be a community within a community, like
Rabbit Side was a camp that I would encourage you to watch some of their videos. They really had a beautiful camp there, and like I said, they're one of the few that were respected by everybody out there and never got messed with.
Did they have did a natural hierarchy set up? Like, I'm just real curious. I'm sorry.
Like, how many people were in Rabbit Side?
Like
3. There was 3.
Okay, so it was just a little camp.
Okay, a small camp. Okay.
Yeah,
I keep thinking of like little groups doing compounds. Each little section, Rabbit Side has 15 people. You know what I mean? That's how I thought it was.
No, Mojo's camp has multiple people. Depending on what time of the year you're talking, Ponderosa can have 5 or 6 compared to fall when there's many more. There's East Jesus where there's only a few people, but it's a pretty good size area. But they own that property. There's a multitude of camps out there with 2 or 3, maybe 4 people. Some are like transient camps. There's a trans camp out there that most of the trans people will gravitate towards for protection, because there's bigotry everywhere, no matter where you go. So I think that it's been tried to have some type of group that would help lead and maybe keep things in line, but I just don't know how effective it is. They've tried. But you got Builder Bill, who owns the range and the Oasis Club, and he's an awesome guy, and he's got people that help him, Burl and Jinxie and such help him out with that stuff, and there's a lot more. I don't know that I call them necessarily businesses because that gets them in trouble, but places that will provide food and maybe some shelter when you first get there. But people make the mistake all the time of thinking they can show up out here with no resources, nothing to help them, and having expectation everybody else in slabs who's also running on minimal resources is supposed to take them in and help. And it doesn't always go well.
Deborah, you just spoiled my vacation plans because I was just
honey, I'm sorry.
Hitchhike down there and just I figure everyone knows me. Okay. What's the biggest? What are some of the biggest groups there? Like how this just fascinates me. The dynamics.
Flamingo Camp's pretty big. Mojo's is pretty big. She doesn't put up with any bullshit at her camp. She often will help with any type of, if there's an injury or whatever, you can go there and get your leg wrapped up. She has a former RN living there.
Mm-hmm.
That's able to help somewhat. She'll get people to the hospital. She does a lot. And Ponderosa does a lot. They have an Airbnb there, where people can come in and be in a pretty protected environment and still enjoy the slabs. There's the hostel. Cause does a lot to feed people through the winter. He does through donations and such. Bill doesn't really take people into his camp, but he knows enough people with resources or whatever to send someone the right direction when they come out. There's skate camp. What do you call it?
Skate park.
Camp, skate park. And they're more of the party crowd and get a lot of the dirty kids through there. You get a lot of people that come through that they play at the range that, some of it's not so good, but everybody has a right to that stage and to perform. And, some of them are exceptionally talented. So there's a lot of big camps out there that have been established for a long time.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
It's awesome.
Well, and I try to be honest about what's going on out there, but I still live here.
Yeah.
And I have a lot of opinions, but I try to be respectful of the fact that I live relatively close to slabs, and I've got a lot of people that I care about out there, and they're not all perfect, for God's sake. None of us are, But
Well, we can't wait for you to move, and you can spill the beans.
no, I'm not. I'm not moving anywhere. This is my home. You know.
Oh, okay.
And even if I did move, I don't have a lot to say. I mean, I'm not gonna. You know,
Bash anybody.
people live a tough life out here. It's
I think
not
it's,
for the weak-hearted. That's
yeah,
for sure.
it's a rough life anywhere. And then when you go there, you're just turning up the volume with that heat. It's like it adds another layer to an already rough existence.
Oh,
And
it
Now,
totally does.
A huge layer.
now in the winter time, it was all right. In the winter, it was all right. In the summer is when it became hell.
Mm-hmm.
so you can go live there for the winter and then go somewhere else up north for the summer. Like Crescent
Yes.
City in the sun.
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
Right.
So actually, you know who's going to be getting the last laugh are the Slab City residents who, when the shit hits the fan, if it ever does, and all the electricity goes out or something in
Oh,
Southern
yeah.
California, and they're going to say, "Get used to this,
Well,
Babylon."
it's amusing you said that because the other day I drove up to the gas station and they couldn't sell me anything because the power was out in Olive Island. And I'm like, hell, I wouldn't never know because I live off grid. I live off solar and stuff here, so
Mm-hmm.
I had no idea. And yes, we're ahead of the ball for sure. We
No, Lake Mead. I think you get a lot of electricity from Lake Mead, if I'm not mistaken, and that's
yeah,
drying
that's
up.
I
That
think
might
you're
stop.
right.
That might stop producing power. It's
Yeah.
not a joke.
No, we
oh, it's
got
got
stuff.
one of them
Yeah,
hydro generators.
Yeah, and it's
there's
almost
been a
not
lot
working.
of interest in Slab City for a solar farm.
No, yeah, they got.
Um,
It's a good place for solar, but
I
not
don't think
water.
I hear people talking shit all the time about how the government's going to come through and throw the slabbers out. I don't see it happening, honestly, because nobody else wants these people. You know, LA sure don't want them drifting over there. You know, they got to go somewhere, and slabs is just really, unless you did solar farming out there, it's really worthless land. In order to buy it and make it into anything besides solar, what the amount of treatment they'd have to do with the ground at period would be just astronomical.
Yeah, it's a
I
waste.
mean, you know, we live next to the bombing range, and believe me, my cats know. You know, we have bombings all the time to the point where it's concerning to me. We've had some new weapon testing going on out there that literally will I can feel it before you ever hear it because it's a sound weaponry,
Yeah.
and I can feel the vibration in my chest before you ever hear anything go off,
Wow.
and it's pretty intense, you know. So and some of these explosions, you know, you're worried. We're right on the end of the San Andreas Fault. We had I don't know, 6 months ago or so, a spate of over 1,000 earthquakes within 24 hours here. And that was frightening. That was really frightening. There's a volcano, an inactive volcano, but it doesn't mean it's dead. It's dormant.
I wonder if the military activity could have any, like if there's helping to set it off, the earthquakes by with the bombs and stuff.
I
You know
think
what I mean?
so. I
Yeah,
think so. Because
they're
they've certainly.
aggravating the earth, so it's reacting.
Well, it's no different than the fracking in Oklahoma has increased their earthquakes. It's insane if you look at the
I thought
documentaries
they
on it.
stopped that fracking shit. I
They
thought they
did, and you don't hear about any earthquakes in Oklahoma now.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, you can't just pound the ground and expect something not to occur.
Yeah, not to get something back. Yeah, exactly.
Yep,
For every action, there's a reaction.
absolutely, whether it's natural or not. Yeah, absolutely. Well, I
No,
don't
and
want to take up take up your whole panel, honey. I just
No, I
wanted to-
appreciate I appreciate your insight and the history. Like I said, I think it would be an interesting project.
Yeah. You're awesome, Deb.
But thank you, Deb.
It would. Oh, I
for
love
that.
you. I love you, buds. You know, you're my brother.
Oh yeah.
Pat, is really nice speaking to you, and I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for everything that you did to help Pat.
He was a human.
You know, yes, he was.
Trespass.
Yes, he
And,
was. Well, it was
Well, thank you.
good
I
talking to
appreciate
you guys. Thank you.
I appreciate that.
Much love.
Deborah
Bye,
mentioned-
Deborah.
Bye bye.
kind of switching topics up, but she brought up like how there's a volcano down there, and
Yeah.
I also heard a couple people in the chat talking about getting maybe Doglips' ashes and Sakari's ashes and take them to Mount Shasta.
Yeah, that was his
Yeah.
last dream, was to go to Mount Shasta.
Yeah, well, that I would be in on that, but I don't know if people realize it, but we have volcanoes on the West Coast, and that's a real volcano.
Oh yeah.
And Mount Lasten's really active. Actually, there's bubbling mud pots and geysers and everything. So
I was in Oregon when Mount St. Helens blew up.
I think that would be a great thing. Welcome back, Mr. Slab City News.
What's I just don't want to argue, man, and I don't want
I
to.
don't either. I don't want to.
Yeah,
There's plenty of time for that.
absolutely. Yeah, I'll go to Mount Shasta for sure.
That is an amazing mountain too, by the way.
14,000 feet, man.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Well, Doglips was there. He had beautiful pictures with
That's
him
right.
mountain in the background.
That's right. He has videos of him and Weed. I think that's still on his channel.
Yeah.
Yeah. Weed is right there. It grows around that area. too.
Hell yeah, dude. I would love to.
Well, I'm in.
Are we talking about summiting?
What's that?
Are you going to
He's
summit?
ready to climb it. He wants to go right to the top of the rim.
Of
the
course. You got to summit the motherfucker, bro.
I
So
think-
put Doglips right up there at the very
Yeah.
tip top.
He was a mountain climber.
Okay. Well, I'll be the guy. I'll watch.
He'll hold the rope at the bottom of the
Yeah, I
hill.
think I think that's a 1 day deal.
Yeah, it is. It's only a 1 dayer, guys. We could do it in 3 and sleep on the side. We could do it.
But it's not for the faint of heart.
Absolutely not.
It's not easy.
No,
Bro,
I-
if you guys take my ashes and go halfway, don't pick me up.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Look, honestly,
Okay,
dude.
okay.
Honestly. If you're gonna take my ashes, bro, go to the top, dude.
Okay, I got you.
Evan's the man for the job then.
So I don't. Yeah, no, I'm in. That's
See,
like,
Pangy even says get him up there. And Doglips was a mountain climber, man. He climbed a lot of 14ers.
That's
14.
awesome.
Okay, well that is a big. I
Yeah,
don't
it's
know-
14er.
I don't think
It
it's
is.
an active volcano, but it's a dormant volcano. So one day, if we put him up on the top, he's going to be shot up in the atmosphere.
That would be amazing.
Oh, that'd be so cool.
It is a cool looking volcano. You ever driven past it? It's an amazing volcano.
No, I want to, man.
No, it sticks up like there's nothing else around it except another little volcano.
That's so cool.
It's just bam.
We would have to, man. We have to.
I'm in. In fact, I'm already halfway there.
I'll get on the Honda.
Because he's right down the street.
I literally have nothing to do this summer. I'm single. I'm fucking free. I got 3 motorcycles and a pocket full of money, man.
I
I
want
have
to
nothing to do.
ride all 3 at the same time. That's going to be the trick.
Well, shit, I could just put my dick on the other 2 and just have a long.
Just do a train thing.
Yeah, just kidding.
Anyways, I'm in. So if you want to do that,
That would be so cool.
Absolutely.
Have to do videos and lives when you get up there. That would be awesome. If you could get signal.
no, I think I could get to actually from to drive from Crescent City to Mount Shasta. You could either do the Oregon route or the 299 along the Trinity River. They're both beautiful, but it's probably 4 hours.
Oh, that ain't bad.
No, not bad at all. I pass it all the time.
Oh, that's cool.
So yeah, I can handle that one. If anyone else would like to. And by the way, I think he's going to have a viewing Monday morning. I don't know which daughters are coming down, but I think.
Oh, so if they're gonna have a viewing already, then Stella was saying it's gonna take 2 weeks for the toxicology. I guess they send it off to the lab, and then so the folk, the family can continue on with the grieving and burial and such, and they do that separate. Huh?
No, it kind of surprised me, but I got a text from Terrible T where she said this. I believe it. I better recheck. I think it's this Monday.
Yeah, that's pretty quick.
So,
Is it going to be at a funeral home or?
yeah, I don't know which. Yeah, I don't know which one, but yeah, I think so. I think so.
I don't even know if I should go.
Well, just take a shower and go there and pay your respects, Sam. He was a friend of yours. You guys bumped heads.
Well,
but
showers are on Tuesday, so I'll take me a cold.
stay-
I'll take me a cold special bath.
You know where you can take you know where you can take a cold special bath is right. You were looking at it a minute ago.
I know. I've done it many times over the summer.
Well, that's
Just
good.
I'm gonna have to keep in contact with you so I'll know to stay upstream. Let me just tell you that. Anyways,
What up,
Okay, so Monday, what time?
9 o'clock is from what I heard.
9 in the morning.
Mm. Well, at least.
And then from there, then they'll cremate and send his ashes back to his family. I am imagining.
I don't know. I don't know all the details.
Yeah.
I know people are wondering, it's like, but you and Doglips went back and forth. Yeah, I understand me and Doglips went back and forth, but I understand Doglips a lot better than you guys. A lot of you guys did.
Well, you were dealing with him when he was, drinking himself to death, and you were trying to stop him or help him. I mean, we know that.
Well, one thing an alcoholic always wants to have is vodka for the next day, and that's what I was trying to help him accomplish, and it just went south.
Yeah, that attempt that day. But I mean, other times you did it and it worked. You know what I mean? I've seen you with that pint. They got 2 pints. You gave him one, and then the next day you gave him the other one because he didn't know that you got him 2. I remember that stuff.
Exactly. I wasn't letting him know I had another one because then he would have been asking me to give it to him.
Yeah, like you did with the bottle that caused all the shit.
So, would anyone else like to come up and talk a story about dog? I tell you, Doglips brings in a lot more people than my show. So anyway, I appreciate you tuning in. I think Doglips touched a lot of people. For whatever reason, he was raw, and he showed the world how raw he was, and he was unfiltered, 100% unfiltered.
He was part of the community. That's this community is just.
And that's what we like, man.
I just can't believe it.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
He seemed happy and excited when he saw me.
Yeah.
I swear, and I feel bad because, I mean, if he was, something was wrong and he was dying, I just, I wasn't there.
I'm with it, man. I'm with getting him up to the top. I don't care if it takes me 2 days. I'm fat as hell. I have everything. I can sleep on the side of that motherfucker.
Oh, you're all prepared. You've been planning this for a long time.
Yeah, I have, dude. I have my crampons. I'll have to get an ice axe in case I need to rescue.
Evan, you got to carry me up the mountain with you.
There you go.
That'd be sweet.
Then I'll follow you guys. I could
No,
probably
I'm 350 pounds, buddy.
Definitely take Junie Pie. He should be a good mountain guy.
Oh, yeah.
So, Evan, you talk about the Pacific Coast Trail. I'm guessing it's got to be in that area.
Yeah, it is. I think Shasta is a side trip from the.
is it a little east? Is it on the eastern side of California, up like through the Sierras?
I don't even know, man. I have no idea. I don't even know if the
Northern
PCT
California.
is that goes to it, man.
Cuts through the Dakotas, through Montana. Oh no, the Pacific Trail going north and south. I'm thinking of the other one going north. Yeah, you're talking about the one going east and west.
Well, hey guys, I'm gonna let you guys go. Appreciate you letting me come out and come up and hang out and everything.
Decent.
Nope. Thank you, Sam, for stopping up and giving us your thoughts.
All right, and
Wait a minute, Sam. Juan wants to talk to you.
Yeah, I just wanted. I was wondering if Evan and Sam remember that day when Doglips was he was getting into it with Sam, and he just kept going. For like fucking 20 minutes straight, dude, and everybody was like, "What the fuck is going on?"
I remember that.
Yeah.
remember when Doglips called the cops on me and told them I had a gun?
I remember that.
Oh shit!
And Doglips wouldn't do nothing about it. He'd just sit there, let Sam scream.
When he was doing that, dude, it was like fucking unbelievable. For 20
Man, I
minutes.
helped that man get a lot of money, man. I helped that man get a lot of money. I sure did, man. People thought I was jealous that they was giving him money. I'm like, oh hell no. I'll help you get some money, Doglips. Watch this.
Yeah.
I don't remember what it was about. It was just funny. But I don't want to keep you guys. I just want to.
That's good. That's kind of what I'm glad you have some good memories.
Yeah.
That's what I'd like to hear. So thank you.
I just can't believe it.
For sure.
I just can't
What it's
believe it.
about.
I woke up today and it just really sunk into reality, man. That like, holy fuck, he's really gone.
I think the TV.
Yeah, same here, man.
And I knew something was up. Hey, what'd I do, Pat?
Sam,
I called you.
Sam.
Called you and I asked you,
you
hey,
did.
man, they just towed Doglips' freaking car, man. Something's up, dude.
You did. You got that. You started the chain of events because after and actually I think another couple other people sent me the video that you shot of that, and then I found out he wasn't at the jail. He wasn't at the hospital.
I know, me too. And then I told you, man, you need to get a hold of Terrible T. Well, you're the one that contacted the coroner, and you said the coroner can't divulge anything until next of kin is notified.
The sheriff's the coroner up here, and I said if and I let Terrible T was she was very concerned even before I got in contact with her. She was very concerned. So
Wow.
it upped the and she had to, and she tried calling the sheriff too. So
and could you explain to the viewers how small Crescent City is?
He's already told us how
And
tiny.
we already know that. It's like fucking 1,500 people. Or
Yeah.
something, right?
So like if he's parked one place and I go to get something to eat and I'm going up a strip, I'm gonna pass.
Well, we're actually where Doglips was parked for the last while was right. Actually, the main road through a town is Highway 101. Goes from it's a major highway, but anyways, that's our main town road. And when you come into town, the shopping centers.
Coast One.
Yeah, that's where he was right there in the parking lot. So he wasn't he was in the open, and I don't think he was trying to hide.
If you're coming into town, you can't miss him. He's right there.
So it's not like I'm stalking him, you know.
Well,
I'm going by. I see things going on, and I videotaped it.
Yeah.
I got the shittiest luck. I'm sorry.
Well, it was kind of good luck at the time because you were like the last one to even document anything. So.
Yeah, I think that was I'm guessing.
Well, I feel bad because I thought it was I feel bad because I thought it was like before. Remember,
Yeah, like,
call the ambulance, go to the hospital,
yeah,
cuss them out, and this and that. I thought it was just, I thought it was the same thing starting again. And
right. You didn't think, yeah, he passed away. You thought it was just another dog
no,
living.
I didn't think he was dying, dude. No.
No, this wasn't that first scenario for Doglips. The same kind of deal. It wasn't the second or third either. So
Yeah, exactly. Well, I know he just got picked up on the 4th and was in there for a few hours in the jail. At least
Yeah,
that's
disorderly conduct, and it's like,
Yeah, what's
so,
up with that? Who did he get the sort of the contact with the day before? What was that all about?
don't know.
Well,
But
that's
yeah, that's what.
interesting.
And then he got released, got wasted,
I
or
mean, he
something,
got
and then this happened.
yeah, he got arrested the day before for disorderly conduct, and then the next day he's dead.
Yeah, exactly. I know. It blows me away, man. I just.
Well, who the fuck was the day before?
I'm sure that's all being looked into.
Not
If it
saying
was
that had
anything
anything to do with
suspicious.
it. It's just an incident. There's so much to the story.
They said he
Yeah, I
got
think
someone took his wallet and keys and stuff, so he did get into it with somebody.
Well, I guess that's what Doglips relayed to Green Bicycles, and he mentioned it to me, and so that's how I found out about his keys, wallet, and phone being gone.
And the phone.
Gotcha.
But also, Pat, you said that you didn't think, from what you heard, that they were looking into foul play.
So
Well,
Clifford,
it's what strikes me funny is why would they take the vehicle? The only way I could think that they would take that vehicle is if it could possibly be some type of, crime scene, or they're doing some type of investigating about the possible robbery.
Yeah, that's what I would think.
Okay,
Otherwise, it would just go to the regular impound, right?
okay.
Yeah. Yeah, when
One,
it went to the jail, I'm like, holy shit, either this dude's got some pull, like he wasn't bullshitting when he said, he knew sergeants
He
and
had
lieutenants.
friends, yeah. Yeah.
hey, hold on. I can hardly hear you, so let me listen to one. One, you had a question for me, I think.
I said, didn't you say from what you understood that you didn't think that they were looking at foul play?
I from what I understood, I don't think so. But again, just that's from my understanding. Would be secondhand information. In my opinion, I don't think they'll be looking at that from the circumstances.
I mean, if they're doing a toxicology, they're looking to see if somebody might have gave him, some bad drugs, maybe a little fentanyl in his drugs or something, or who knows?
I'm not trying to hang out for all this talk. I just want to say,
Cliff, welcome.
I miss Pat so much.
We all do.
He was one of our best friends.
And he was finally back with us,
Even my son liked him. Like he would point at the screen and say, "Hey, that's my guy," And we had a good rapport. And that's all I need to say. You guys can speculate about the other stuff.
Well, we're not getting all into it. It's just
I don't care. I don't care. Y'all do what you do. I just want to say that. Thank you, Pat, for letting me up here.
Sir. No worries. Thank you for coming up.
When was the first time you met him, Cliff?
Oh, we lost him.
he's going over to Proud Babylonians to
hanging out with the false.
Yeah, to get the false teachings from the false prophet.
Yeah. I seen him live earlier. Turned it on for like a minute. Was just I can't.
Psycho babble.
Oh my God.
Speaking of channels, does Junipipe? What happened? Does he have a new channel or is he going live anymore?
He's Bob Dobbs now. He's got a new channel. He goes live under Bob Dobbs.
Okay.
Yeah. Everyone still calls him Junipipe. I don't know why he didn't just make
Where the hell is Evan? I didn't know he was here.
Evan's up here. Yeah.
Hey, Cliff, I was just asking you, can you remember the first time you remember seeing Doglips or watching them?
Absolutely.
When was that?
Cool.
He was in Slab City. He was in an RV with Zane Green and Tommy and Michael Dibbs, which we don't like.
Yeah, I
And
remember that.
there
I
was a lot
remember.
of people there. Like that's the first time I ever seen him.
Yeah, I think it was for me too, and they were all
Yeah.
in that RV. That's
And
cool.
where the fuck was I going? Slab City News?
I don't know. Where are you going?
I don't know. He said I was about to go somewhere. Where am I going?
Oh, you're going to go to Mount Shasta with
Oh, you can't.
Edmund?
To
You know,
Proud
I was
Babylonians
going to Proud Babylonians to do what?
Oh.
to
What was
listen
I
to
doing?
listen to the teachings of a false prophet.
Bro, you need to make a channel and let me on there. I'll tell you what the fuck time it is.
I
Are you
got a
kidding me?
channel.
Are
I
you
have a
kidding me with that?
channel.
Have you been listening at all?
Yeah,
Did you
I
listen?
absolutely.
Okay, did you listen to what happened today on his channel? Since you're so enamored by his
No,
channel.
no, not
Well, you
today.
should. You should go ahead and go check that out.
No,
See
I was
what happened.
planting my garden today. I didn't have time.
Yeah,
What?
okay.
Fill me in.
I don't need to. You need to go watch it.
No, I'm not going to waste my time. I've heard enough of your rambles with
So
him.
that's
All
a waste
right.
of time for me to ramble.
No. I mean, you could just easily fill me in, Cliff, real quick.
Brother,
Just, bro.
I was preaching your gospel absolutely to that guy. He hates you. You know he hates you.
I
You know
know.
he
That's
hates
what
you.
I'm saying. For
He
what,
thinks you're
dude?
the
Because
devil. He thinks you're a demon. And I
it's
tried to tell it to him
weird.
that you were not a demon. Hey,
That's
wait.
fucking weird, dude.
Yeah. I tried. I
Well,
really
well,
did.
here's the thing, Cliff. Is I go in there and I'll be like in there, and you
Before you
guys will be
judge
in
me,
there,
sir,
and,
I
and,
want you
and then
to
I
know that I
catch
did
you
that.
saying some shit or laughing when he's like this
Bro,
faggotron,
I
and I'm
laugh all
like,
the
damn,
time.
Cliff.
I get
I'm like,
judged for laughing at
no,
everybody's
no, no, no,
jokes.
no,
That's
no,
what
no,
people
no, no, no,
do.
no, no, no. It's
Come
like I
on.
thought.
Come on. It's not that deep, man. Also, I didn't want to go. I wasn't trying to go there on Pat's thing. I'll do this. I'll do this if you. I'll do this if you do a live stream. I don't want to do it. Thank you, Pat. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that.
Yeah, these
That's good memory,
these
though.
needed time. But yeah, maybe one of you guys can pop on do a live stream and move off.
I'm sorry for interrupting.
No, I can hardly hear you though.
Yeah, Juan, your mic's really low, Juan.
Okay.
So let me catch up on the chat. Hopefully, people have been good.
Hi, Natalie. Angie, Joanne B, how you doing?
So Cliff, he absolutely remembered when.
Yeah, that was cool. I
That
remember
was
that
cool.
video when they were all in
Remember
that
that?
RV together. It totally brought it back when he mentioned it. It was like, oh, I do. I remembered that. Yeah, that was cool. I remember that video when they were all in that RV together. It totally. Whoops.
There's must be talking in code. Did I lose? What's going on, buds? How's the weather in Michigan?
In Illinois, it's warm. It warmed up today. It was like 60 something and sunny finally. It's going to be 90 this week. So from 50s and cold and raining to 90s. We have no spring. You can't open windows. It goes from freezing, heater to air conditioner. It sucks. Yeah, so we'll be in the 80s and 90s this week. So summer's here.
Yeah, which would you rather have it, 90 or 60?
Well, if it wasn't raining, I wouldn't mind the 60s, but it's always raining and cloudy and gray and looks like crap Chicago. It's never nice here. It's never nice because as soon as it turns nice, the winds are 50 mile an hour. So you can't go have a picnic or enjoy nothing because all your shit blows away. It's just a shitty. I've always said Chicago, Illinois is the armpit of America. That's it. It's the armpit.
No,
Wind
it isn't.
blows in, blows
No, it
out.
isn't.
It smells bad.
Dude.
It just sucks
Can you
here.
hear me better or no?
Oh, there you
Much
go.
better, much better. Thank you.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Oh,
Yeah, but today was decent. It was sunny. A little cool. Tomorrow's supposed to be good, so I'm going to be out in the yard working, getting stuff in the ground, taking care of some business with some guerrilla grows because it's not legal. You got to plant some seeds.
dude, you're going to Johnny Appleseed it?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I live right next to the forest preserve, so got a few prime locations to wander through. But the damn deers eat most of it. You know, last year I did the same thing. I went through in the fall looking, and there was nothing, not a damn thing. So, yeah.
Slab City News. I saw you're getting the farm work this year, aren't you?
Oh, what do you mean?
Is that beef industry or the milk industry?
No, I just donate time over there.
Well, what do they do?
He sells it for beef and raises cattle. I was just helping out. They were on vacation, and
That's
I worked enough around the farm where I was able to be a hand that stayed there, and I thought it was pretty sweet. I was nervous a lot. I never birthed cows before.
Well, that's pretty. I've never birthed cows either. What? That's pretty. That's a pretty big experience, wouldn't it be?
Oh, absolutely, man.
and he
Especially when
learned,
you.
he learned how to flood a barn and freeze it too. That's
Oh, dude, I fucked up so bad.
Well,
I actually had to pay for the yarder.
oh, you
I did. Yeah, I paid for that
Oh my
because a
god.
lot of shit got ruined, and I don't get paid anyway, so I just I've been throwing all the stuff that was ruined away.
you
Yeah.
know.
And
I
it
did-
sucks to actually touch it and see that you ruined this family's belongings, you know.
So
Yeah.
what actually got ruined? Because some of that language I don't know what you mean for sure.
A couple of chairs, anything that was fabric. They had leather seats that were going back in one of his cars. Them got ruined. Anything that has to do with any type of fabric.
Okay.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. It was fucked, man. I fucked up.
Yeah, that's
I
how
was
it
gonna
is.
say, and like, there's nothing better than friggin' smoking a joint, and when you get to work, looking out at a fucking farm field. You know, you smoke a joint, it's like, wow, this is great. You know,
Oh, absolutely,
instead,
man.
instead of it just when you get to an open field like that and you just smoke a joint, like this is where would you rather be? You know, you don't want to be in town where you gotta fucking run around and shit. You know.
I do that when I go to the grasslands and sit and look out over the herd of buffalo, smoking my fatty, going, man, it would have been cool to be a cowboy back in the day.
Right.
Oh,
But you know, it's all hard work. I know.
actually, I can one up you on that one. I used to actually literally have a job where I inspect wheat farms. So,
Nice.
Nice.
I would actually be smoking joints
That's
and
a little
at
bit better,
work
I
on a
guess.
wheat farm. Yeah.
Looking out over the fields of buds, smoking
Hey,
a
you
fatty.
walk around with a ball. Well, it's like,
Yeah.
hey, I'll pick smoke this one.
True story.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
This one-
I inspected wheat farms in Humboldt County in Southern Oregon. Bam.
Old Doglips had a
man.
few big grows in his time. He was a pretty good grower, I guess, back in the day. He had some pretty good shots. I seen pictures with the
See that?
foot tall
6 foot
plants and
plants at
stuff.
least.
Yeah, farming is special, and actually, I think we need to get back to it. You know, we've lost. You know,
I just saw a video recommended to me yesterday. It was a wheat farm. Went up in a tornado. They like a wheat place. Like, it was like a minute and a half video. It was a weed fucking somebody had all these greenhouses or whatever, and this fucking tornado came through and wiped out about fucking 10 fucking greenhouses, dude.
Wow.
That's fucking heresy. Never share that shit, bro.
Yeah, that's like dumping out beer.
We don't want to see that shit, bro.
At the end
Keep
of
that
the
away.
video, at the end of the video, there was shit flying through the air, and I was like, "Is that a pot plant?" Land in my yard.
Of course it is.
Hell yeah.
Of course it is. No, that's interesting. Actually, I had a true story on how weed goes to waste in the legalization market. Everything is regulated, so even the storage containers are regulated. So when it first became in Southern Oregon, they ran out of those containers that you had to have the weed stored in, and they ran out of them. So there would be fields literally rotting. They couldn't pick them. Row after row of marijuana because there were no storage bins.
Just wasted.
Wasted. Crazy.
It's like the hemp, a lot of the CBD hemp growers here, when it first passed in Illinois a couple of years back or a few years back, they all, switched from corn and soybean because the government was giving them incentives. Hey, grow this hemp, grow this CBD crap, whatever. Then they grow a crop and it's above 0.03 THC, and the government or whoever buys it says, no, it's too high THC. We can't buy it. Destroy your whole crop. And it's like they wasted a whole year trying to grow this new great crop to make money, and then they couldn't sell it, so they went back to corn and soybean. It's like, what the hell?
Too many rules and regulations.
Somebody I know just
Too many.
Told me they got 3 seeds. Back in the day, he used to 3 seeds was like, every pinch of bud, and the 3 seeds
Yeah,
fell
that
out.
was a half of a bud.
But I got 3 seeds, and I don't know what to. I said, hey, let me ask these guys, what should I do with these 3 seeds? And the first 2 people I thought of was buds and green bicycles.
There you go.
So what should I do with them?
Throw them away.
Right, Evan?
Throw them fucking thing.
And well,
Throw
Evan's
them
up
on
here.
my shoulder for pat.
I'm real curious on one of Evan's latest adventures. One that I will journey on for sure again, or not again, but eventually for the first time.
What's that?
Your little, I don't want to say little, your experience with ayahuasca.
Oh, it was great, man.
Yeah,
It was great. Hey, bro, I can get you in contact with Ron Wheeler. Ooh, there you go. That's DMT.
Yeah.
Maybe it's something that's white and pure. That's all I can tell you.
Man, I'm gonna come see you, bro. I can get Ron Wheelock right to your spot, bro.
Evan, did you show the interview with him again? I didn't see it the other night. I thought it was scheduled.
No, I scheduled it for tonight, but I didn't go on because we're gonna schedule it for. I should have stopped it on the StreamYards. I've been flustered today.
Okay, because I thought I missed it. I was like, damn.
No, it's going to be sometime this week because he's going from one part of the United States to another, and he's driving today.
All right, cool. Yeah, T put together that beautiful video, rest in peace, Doglips, that video she put up with the memories and the pictures, and I thought that was just a really, really nice video.
What's wrong with Green Thing?
What
I'm
happened?
so high, Pat never blocked me, losers.
Hey, Buds, I appreciated your video too, brother.
Yeah, I was kind of feeling it when I made it, so I was a little upset. It was getting to me. But yeah, I wanted to say something.
No, I think most of us do.
Absolutely, man. I'll put in the legwork and get him to the top of Shasta if Terrible T, gives us the permission.
That would be a prerequisite. Yes, sir.
Yeah, absolutely.
Another, actually, a destination for that too is some of the big redwood trees here.
Copy that video that Terrible T put out. I'll drop the link for it.
Maybe we could do a little here in the forest and then a little on Mount Shasta, so it'll have
Absolutely, yeah, everywhere, man.
That'd be so cool. Wish I could go on that stuff. But you guys don't want to have a 91-year-old lady being dragged around by her hair. Oh, be nice to her.
Well, you're not doing that, are you?
No, I'm not. That's why I can't go nowhere. I got my mama.
You know what? You're a good soul. You're a good soul. I'm not the man you are.
Absolutely, he's a great man for that.
That's a selfless gesture.
For sure. I would take care of my mom in a second.
Yeah, I'm lucky my mom's still doing fairly well.
Yeah, my mom's doing good too.
But Anyways,
All right.
well, thank you for coming. Is there anyone else who wants to talk about? This should be, it has been mostly about Doglips. If they'd like to come up, you're sure welcome. I'm trying not to censor anybody. So far, it's been amazingly civil compared to
All
being
right,
flippy.
there's
So I appreciate that. There's always a time for time.
I just dropped the link for the Terrible T
Oh, good.
video that she made about her dad.
Okay.
A really good video, and Slab City dropped it earlier. That's how I caught it.
Okay. Good. Thank you. Thank you. Oh yeah. So Evan will have. I don't think he done. If he's done the stream about the experience, I'll have to rewatch it. If not, I will look forward to hearing about that. I think that would be good. Good content. I'm real curious on your experience, and I don't think it was bad. So that's good.
No, it was really good, but my body wasn't prepared. If that makes any sense. And Ron explained it to all of us like sticking tape on a dirty table. It just isn't, it'll stick, but not like it should.
Was that
And
your first? Go ahead. Sorry.
I should have been more serious about the diet and just all of that.
That's what I was questioning you on, Evan, because remember in the first one when he told us about it, you had to, build up to it and like fast almost or do certain foods. And I know you were eating vegetables and trying, but yeah, I thought it took longer to clean out your body for it.
Yeah, see, he said he was coming up, and I just didn't, I didn't think he was going to contact me. And when he did, it was only like 2 weeks. And I didn't do the second cup, but it brought me to the ceremony, and it just shows me that there is magic there. I just have to work for it.
Yeah.
And for people to think like you take 1 cup, 25 milliliters of ayahuasca, and your life will instantly be changed. That's not the truth, man. That's not the reality of it.
No. There's no miracle drug. Nothing's going to do that.
No, but this is a lot closer. There's no. This is there's a big difference, right?
Absolutely.
It's the same thing, but I don't know a good analogy.
One's a little purer than the other.
It's different acting. One is
short,
over in 20 minutes, and the other one's over in hours.
Yeah.
It condenses the same trip in just a smaller amount of time.
But I don't think there's the purge involved.
No, because it's just you smoke it.
It's immediate.
Yeah,
exactly.
Immediately. The rage out here. I don't know if they're big on the East Coast yet, and I just hear it's lore, but they have vape pens that are that way.
Mm-hmm.
And that would to me would be kind of the easy route. I don't know. I've seen good reviews on them.
Wow.
They make it easy.
Oh, sure.
Evan, would that be something that you would give it a try?
Yes, sir. Absolutely. Vape pen. I want some of the stuff that you got. Absolutely. I'll try all that. 100%. I ain't no stranger. I'm no stranger to danger.
Yeah. I'm a little old now. My days of freeing my mind are kind of gone. I don't want to free it anymore because it's pretty free already, and I'm having trouble remembering things. So
yeah.
You know what I'd like? Just some nice green bud I can roll in a joint.
Yeah.
You would.
Like, something that tastes like
we got that, dog.
Green and blueberries, you know what I mean?
Bro, we got flavors.
yeah,
Dude, we got so many flavors.
We got a lot of flavors.
Yeah.
Bro, once you got every flavor in the book, you're just sick of it, dude.
you start crossing, make new flavors.
No, I understand,
No, I
but
know the flavors, but I'm just saying, like the shit I used to get like 10 years ago, like the local shit
Christmas
that
bud.
tasted good, you know, like just that tasted good in the joint. Now everything's fucking medicine or people are growing it. And there's so many different flavors. I just want fucking something that's good and gets you high and fucking just
Tastes
find
good
out.
all the way to the last hit.
Yeah,
So
You're
you
can't
describing
find that.
that's
Christmas bud.
important. That's important that it tastes good.
Terps
That's
all
all
the
I
way to
want.
the bottom of the bowl. I'll send you some
And
seeds,
it's
Ron.
a
They
good
pop
high
and
too.
go
You know what I mean? It's not fucking. You're worried about if you're getting low or getting high or whatever. It's just a
No, you
good. You
never
smoke the
question
joint.
it.
You just smoke the joint and you're fucking high. You're loving it, just like
Smoke the joint, you get in the car and you think, I shouldn't drive because you're really freaking high off that doobie.
Yeah.
That's good weed. I
So-
don't want
Yeah,
to
that's what I
and go,
mean.
damn, am I buzzed? I don't feel this shit.
so one, you don't want to leave your body and see like geometric colors and tunnels and break through tunnels and talk to beings. You're not interested in that part where you lose.
See, I
Wow.
am, bro. I
I am
so
too.
am.
If
I
I'm
I
doing
mean,
mushrooms,
am.
maybe.
when I
If
was a
I'm
young
doing
man,
mushrooms,
the
yeah.
best ever,
But
I
yeah,
did the
smoking joint,
DMA, MDA,
I want to see the beings.
mescaline,
I want to hear them.
mushrooms, peyote.
Yeah, they talk, bro.
They
And the
communicate.
ayahuasca communicated like completely,
Yeah, they communicate.
100%, 100%. And when Ron was purging, it was when the shaman purges, ayahuasca gets powers from it, and it tells you that this dude's powerful, and this is how they gain power. And my eyes closed, it was like a giant octopus, and every time he would hurl, it would give the octopus light and it would pulse, dude. It would grow stronger and stronger. Amazing, dude. It was completely amazing.
Well, save some of the details. Don't break out. I want to hear.
Yeah,
it
I
on your-
won't. Yeah, and
No,
Ron's
I
gonna
would
be
never go to
talking.
that. Exactly. If I ever
Ron's
went
gonna
to
tell
something
you
like
why.
that,
And then when it got really strong and the ayahuasca started attacking, he knew it was attacking, and he started singing Icaro, and it just vanished, dude.
No,
So there's some type of
Ooh.
yeah, dude. It's weird. There's some type of magic between the ayahuasca and the shaman and the Icaros, dude. I don't know. I seen it firsthand though.
how was it
Amazing.
attacking you? How did you feel when it was attacking you?
It was just more like light turning from a color of pleasant color to really dark and scary.
Oh,
Yeah, the
was
lights in
there
your
any
mind.
was there any feeling of like super strength?
Oh
like
yes,
yeah.
absolutely, absolutely. Beast, magical beast. I seen some super beast strength that I can conjure up right now. The energy, it was amazing what I seen, dude. Massive super beast energy.
I can't wait to hear about this. That'll be so cool. Sounds awesome, man. Sounds like you really got
If I took that shit, I'd be wanting to fucking rip out like fucking Hulk. Like, you know, just,
turn green.
yeah, probably.
That'd be awesome.
I mean, I did mushrooms a couple times back in the day. I loved them, but
Yeah.
Shroomed a lot. I shroomed all the way up until probably 55.
I did a lot of acid. I did mushrooms a couple times, and it was no difference. I love mushrooms, guaranteed.
No, acid was way more volatile in my years. I mean, the 4-way window pane or the LSD 25 on a sugar cube, that liquid shit.
Yeah, the sugar cube. Yeah,
I did a one hit of 4-way window.
Did a lot of acid.
And then I went to the beach, and for like an hour and a half, and I didn't feel the window pane. So I went back to the dealer's house on Sunset Beach there, and I told him, this was when I was in the Navy. There was 3 of us. I told him we didn't feel it. This shit was garbage. So he sat us down on the couch. He pulled out these sugar cubes, and he gave us 2 drops on each sugar cube and said, there, eat that. We walked out that door and the window pane kicked in. We were tripping balls. Well, 3 days later, I was finally coming down. I tripped for 3 freaking days on that shit. And when I'd come down, my appendix died. So I ended up in the hospital getting my appendix out. It was such a trip, man. 3 days. So after that, I wasn't Yeah, I didn't want to do LSD anymore after that. I
Yeah,
went
the
to
last time I did
mushrooms.
LSD, I went on a fucking excursion trying to find somebody in the city and friggin' ended up outside the mall up there. Friggin' just, it was the next day, of course. Fucking was waiting for it to end. It was like, oh, sitting outside the mall, fucking like waiting for a ride home.
Oh,
I
bro,
was
this is on some hit.
I
Go ahead,
started
Buds.
the
I
trip on
apologize.
Friday. We had duty on Monday and we started tripping Friday. We were off work Saturday and Sunday. And Sunday all day I'm thinking, I hope to God this, we come down. We have to work tomorrow. It's like Navy shit. And then my appendix went out. I thought it was just gas pains. You know how after you trip, you kind of get gas. I don't know why. But then
Yeah.
I had this stomach ache. So I'm thinking, well, it's probably, pass its gas. But then I'm folded in half and my buddies are all, acting normal again. And I can't even stand up. They finally called the medics and they took me away. Appendix.
That reminds me of my famous story when I was tripping, dude. I had this house I was renting, but I had a house full of friends, and I went in the bathroom. I was tripping my ass on acid, so I had to take a piss. But every time I went to take a piss, I felt like I had to take a shit. So so I sat on the toilet,
You had to sit down.
and then every time I went to try and take a shit, felt like I had to piss. So I couldn't do neither for fucking like 2 hours. I was sitting on the
You were
toilet.
tripping.
I was like, every time I had to shit, I had to piss, but I couldn't fucking do either one. I swear to God, for like 2 hours, I had people laughing outside the fucking. I'm like, I can't. I gotta shit, but I can't piss, but I get. Oh my God, dude,
That's funny.
it's true though. You know,
Yeah,
I was sitting on the toilet dying because I couldn't do either one, but I felt like I had to.
No, I think you guys would both enjoy it. And it's a ceremony where a lot of people come together. There was like 20 people that I didn't know. And it was cool. It was about 4 hours. And to have someone guide you through the experience is just really cool. It's really good, man. I recommend it to everyone.
no, I'm too old. I can't do that shit no more.
No, I would do either.
There comes a point,
I
everyone
stopped doing.
has that point. You'll feel it when you get to it that you just know you're beyond the limits. You can't do the shit you used to do because you'll die. So
Well, you know
I
what,
just,
Buzz?
not that you'll
I
die from a trip or ayahuasca, but I just, yeah, no.
I was in a horrific accident, and when I was 19 years old, and I haven't tripped on acid since then because I wouldn't take it. I might have done mushrooms once since then. So ever since my accident, I've never tried to trip. So just because there was my head that was fucked with, you know what I mean?
Right. See, that's how I feel. Yeah. Once you're not in the right place, I don't feel that's a good thing. Last time I took
Yeah.
I did
Yeah.
like a quarter ounce of shrooms. I was ready to have a killer night, and I ended up having the worst trip you could have just because of memories and shit. It just, yeah, shit just, you get to a point where you got too much built up.
Yeah. So I miss it, but.
I don't really miss it because I did so much.
Well, I don't miss the acid, but I wish I had taken mushrooms a little bit,
I think,
like micro dose or
yeah, the
whatever.
microdosing I think could be really helpful with a lot of people with PTSD and all kinds of treatments. I see a future with that microdosing stuff.
Yeah, I might look into it someday.
And a lot of states are legalizing them just for that purpose, for medical reasons, but they're legalizing them for civilians, everybody. Yeah, didn't the Nazis give out the crank in little pill form? That's
I
how
think
made them into super Nazis.
I think
Yeah.
they. Yeah, I think so. I've heard that. I've heard that story.
Yeah.
It must have been something because if you see what the like the trench, those people they fight every day is like fucking winter over there. Doesn't it seem like that?
What are you referring to?
I'm just saying, like over in Ukraine and Russia,
Yeah,
and
it
like
gets
doesn't it
cold.
seem like every
Yeah.
day is fucking nasty and cold?
I think
So
they get
whatever
short
little pill they
suckers.
gave them, it must have been something to keep them going because I know working in that shit fucking horrible.
Yeah. No, there was a documentary, one of them things about the Nazi drug at whatever it was called, the drugs that the Nazis did. Even Hitler was all hyped up on shit, taking the needles every day. But his soldiers got the little pill packs, I guess. They wouldn't have the food, they'd give them the pills, then they wouldn't get hungry, but they'd keep fighting because they're all tweaked out on methamphetamines.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's probably what they gave the guys in the fucking field.
No, I think the U.S. government did that also a little bit.
Oh yeah, there's all kinds of rumors. The
I'm
U.S.
sure they did with the U.S.
Even when I was
probably
in the
gave them better
service,
shit.
Well, it's not a rumor that for like Benzedrine is prescribed for pilots.
yeah,
So that's
and the Navy,
the same thing.
everyone always said we put saltpeter in the food in the Navy, to keep the guys from being horny out at sea, which that was false. We never put nothing in the food.
I'll tell you, I'm not a pill guy. I'm 42 years old, and I don't take pills. I've seen too many friends get hooked and die. But last week, I had somebody gave me a pain pill, and I friggin' drank a coffee, smoked a joint, and fucking took this pain pill, and I was like, wow. And as a matter of fact, he gave me 2 pain pills, and the next day I took it again. I was like, wow, this fucking shit really works.
Yeah, do kratom, bro. This stuff
I was
works.
like, wow, dude, this shit really. I should fucking take this shit and go to work on this shit. I was
No,
like,
because you'll be addicted, dude. Don't start that.
After a week
No,
of
no.
no, I know.
you're
I took
addicted
2.
to
It
it.
was 2 pills. I took one day and fucking smoked a joint, and then the next day I was like, oh, I took it again, and that was it. And,
No, there's a reason. There's a reason. Now you know the reason why it's so easy to get it.
Oh, I know, dude.
So
Like the third or fourth, like the day after or the day I was like, man, I was feeling like the first day I was like, I felt extra sore, like my back and shit was like, oh, that feels like that fuck. I should never taken that fucking pill,
No,
And
you
then the
actually
next day I was like, oh man, I wish I had one of them pills.
yeah, you're actually starting withdrawing a little bit already, and
After
it
2
wasn't
fucking
horrible.
pills, I was already like, I wanted another one.
Getting dosed.
Yeah, yep. For
I want to
sure
hear more
enough,
about the
dude.
kratom.
I was too. I was like, man, I
Oh,
wanted another one.
kratom's the truth.
Okay, tell me from like A to Z. You start it. How long does it take to come on? How much do you take?
I myself
Tell me.
do 4 1-gram tablets. One of these,
Okay.
and there's different strands, just like cannabis. Some is basically indica, hybrid, and sativa. One has a melting effect, a mix, and then one gives you energy. I do the ones that give you energy throughout the day, and at nighttime I'll do like these.
So it's nighttime there.
Yep.
Yep.
The yellow Vietnamese.
That's
But
what I'm doing with the decarboxylated cannabis. I've just ground it up in a coffee grinder that I bought, a spice grinder, into a fine powder. And I measured out 500 milligrams, and I've been packing them into little capsules, the number 1 capsules. You take one of those, and it'll lay you out.
Absolutely. And
awesome.
the kratom here has the same effects as when you get an opiate buzz and you have energy. and then it has the same effect at the stony end of opiate buzz when you do the, say, indica based ones where you're on the couch and just got your eyes closed, like, nodding out, absolutely. But you can also get addicted to these, and you will have withdrawals too.
Oh, no shit.
You get sick for the withdrawals?
Yeah, the same as opiate, same thing.
Oh, that sucks.
But I just don't do enough to get addicted.
Yeah,
I'll do 4.
Chill.
I'll do 4 in the morning, 4 at night. That's it. And then periodically, like if I'm not in pain, and like my legs aren't numb, then I don't do it.
Is that over the counter?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. And try it, Pat. Research it, get the indica, the mix, and then the sativa.
I mean, I watch this Catch a Smuggler every week.
They are. Yeah.
They're still busting at the airport. When a big shipment comes in,
Yep.
it's like kratom, illegal, burn it.
I mentioned kratom one time to somebody, and they said, "No, fuck that. Don't."
Dude, it's the truth, bro. Like, I used to be hooked on pills, dude, and it gives you the same type of effect.
Well, that's the thing. I've never been on pills. I've only been beer and weed my whole life.
I've taken every pill known to man.
Do you see that pill, how it made you feel? Kratom will make you feel the same way. Kratom will do the same effect, but it's natural. You can get it over the counter. And it's $1 zillion cheaper.
They stopped making
same thing
because they made you feel so good.
Warren, do you ever do edibles? Cannabis?
I just started doing edibles a couple months ago, 2 months ago, when my old lady and my mother started making them.
Yeah, I don't like sativa edibles.
I've been getting into
I think it was a CBD cookie, though. You know what I mean? But what about the edibles?
I've been doing a lot of edibles lately, actually, and to me, they remind me. To me, it's a crossbreed of cannabis, or alcohol, LSD, and opium.
Yeah, there's definitely that.
It's interesting. That's how I feel about it, and it's like kind of the best of all three.
I get that too.
It's not like smoking a joint.
I get up, I got the same feeling. Every time I'm all stoned, I feel good in the recliner, but then as soon as I stand up, it's like, damn, man, and my legs are, you feel kind of drunk, even though you just are on edibles. It's like, whoa.
You got to plan for it, and the bad part is it takes the onset is so kind of unpredictable and long, and it lasts a long time.
It does. I get it at night so I can just go to sleep, and I wake up feeling pretty good too.
I wake up groggy,
stoned. Me too.
You gotta have that coffee.
Yeah, the coffee kind of you need the coffee, and then I wait till the evening.
Yeah, me too. Evening time.
But it is you got to plan ahead. It's nothing you want to go and drive and meet your friends at the bar after you've eaten 500 milligrams.
But I've had the edibles. I really do like them. I just started taking them because I'm like I said, I'm not a pill guy. I'm not I just smoke a joint. So I ended up taking some edible. I ate a couple cookies my brother gave me, and they were strong.
Do you have dispensaries in your area?
I'm in Rhode Island. I don't even know. I don't even know if they're here yet or not. I take this couple medical ones, but not recreational or whatever.
Not yet.
But a friend had started making cookies and shit.
Yeah, that's hard to tell at all, like what's in them.
And so I finally decided to eat a cookie, and I was like, I could finally sleep. I don't know if you heard me talking about my troubles in sleeping, but I don't have much trouble. But if I eat one of them cookies, man, I'll fucking go right to sleep. Just.
That's what they're good. At least the edibles I make, that's what they're good for. Now I test them out. Like I made chocolate and I tested it on Ma to see if it was strong or not. And she ate like 2 squares of the chocolate, and was laying in the front room on the couch saying there was 3 people on our front grass in these plaid suits looking in our window.
Nice.
What? I went out there and looked. There was no.
Donkey, what is you on?
He was tripping hard off of my THC. I was like, damn, I put some of that.
There you go.
Hey, buds, does eyedroppers, are they CBD or it's a mix?
Yeah, it's a mix.
Yeah.
It's a daytime one, though. It's sativa CBD.
Oh, beautiful. That's what I need.
I do that one in the morning.
I like a mix.
Yeah.
Well, I just
Absolutely.
you took some oil and put it on your finger or something like Doglips used to do.
Mm-hmm.
That's the RSO.
Oh man.
Yeah, Rick Simpson oil.
Yeah.
Bro, it broke down. What they did is they used like crystalline. And when I pushed all of the tar stuff through, the crystalline stayed after. And I probably got a half gram of these crystals, dude. And when you eat them, you get so stoned, dude. It's amazing.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty
That's
sweet.
awesome.
You can chew them. You can like chew.
See, now you kind of figured out how to make them. You know, it's like, can we produce them out in a larger scale?
So I'm usually a couple hundred milligrams, 200 milligrams a day. What are you at, Evan?
With what?
Edibles, THC.
100. I do 100, but I smoke 500 a day.
Yeah, I smoke a shitload. I can't really say how much the edibles
How
are.
dare you, Juan? You cunt.
I mean,
Wow.
500 milligrams of.
I take 50 milligrams, but I smoke 500.
Yeah, I do about 600
That's
milligrams of
funny.
THC a day.
I smoke about 3 grams of weed a day.
That's pretty good. That's pretty
Yeah, that
good.
ain't bad.
I don't at all anymore. I definitely.
It's
I
roughly
wake up,
about
I have a coffee.
half
smoke a
ounce a
joint on the
week
way to
is
the
what I
job.
go through.
Anyways, let me
Don't
go
you
back.
judge me, Pansy, you cunt.
Don't be judging now, Dan.
How fucking dare you?
Oh shit, no.
Bro, I'll flood your fucking pole barn.
I'll flood your pole barn.
I'll flood your pole barn. I'll get all damned out and flood that shit, son.
Better get some insurance.
That's fun.
Never let me watch your shit.
Oh hell no. No.
That's one I've never heard of. I'll flood your pole barn.
He's got references too.
And he'll do it too. That's what he said.
I'll flood your pole barn.
That's it, baby.
Put that on your resume. I flooded a pole barn.
Expert pole barn flooder. I proved it. Bro, I was so in trouble when the dude said, "Yeah, I'm gonna come over and get that metal in the pole barn." I said, "I have it ready for you, buddy."
It's froze to the floor. Oh,
It
God.
was the floor. He said, "You are a dumb motherfucker." Just peeled out.
Oh shit, no.
Oh yeah, he did.
Well, things happen. That's life.
Yeah, he was mad. He had to finish some shit, dude.
I could easily top that story, but I'm not going to.
Everyone was like, "Fuck this! I got better shit to do."
Where's Port Olford? Daddy J, you can get the weed.
Dabby J, you're up the road.
Bar.
That's up the road a couple hours from here, down in Crescent City.
Oh, what's that?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was doing a chat. I don't know if is that a bad etiquette. Dabby
No,
J was talking about Port Orford, which is about 2.5, 3 hours north of here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Beautiful place, actually.
Yeah, that's what I was saying, where it was. I didn't know if it was on the, because, Juan was saying the New York side, and I didn't know if it was east or west.
They
So
might have another one. He didn't say Oregon, but there is one in Oregon.
Oh.
There is
It's the pot shop named Pops.
Pops.
Yeah,
Ah,
Anyways, it is actually nice to have a pot shop. But yeah, I like the chocolate bars, the edibles.
yeah. We'll see in Oregon or California or even Colorado, the prices are reasonable. I mean, you can go and get a gram of dabs for $10 or $20 for God's sakes. You can get edibles for 5.
Mm-hmm.
You come out to Illinois, you want a gram of dabs, that's 70, $80. You want a quarter or an eighth of weed, $60, $65. I mean, you want some edibles, you're getting a little 10 gummies in a bag for $50. It's like,
$100.
come on, man.
Who's getting this money?
I don't know, but they're getting rich. I mean, the taxes go, Illinois taxes are through the roof on the shit. So half the cost is the taxes. And then
Jesus.
Yeah, I live on the border of two states, right on the border, pretty much. California, we have dispensaries a mile from my house, but I'll drive 20 miles, a little plus to Oregon. It's that much of a difference as far as pricing, and I think it has most of it to do with taxes and regulation.
yeah.
But I can get 100 milligram edible up there is like $8 before the old man discount. Um, you get a chocolate bar for 100 milligrams for like $12 or
I
something.
live on the border. I buy a pack of rolling papers in this state at $12. I go to the next state, the 99 cents.
Yeah. Well, that's it. Like Illinois, they have the cap. Edibles, you can't get nothing higher than 100 milligrams in a pack. Like a chocolate bar.
If I
That's
try and
the
buy
whole
rolling
thing,
papers
only
right
100.
now in my state,
That's the same in
12
Oregon.
bucks.
California, you get 1,000.
5
Yeah,
minutes
see, I
away.
like it where you can get like a
I
a
live
pack
on the
of
border,
gummies
so I
at
can drive
500.
5 minutes.
Yeah, that's how it is in here with Indiana. Why we can
Yeah, it's 200 Michigan.
get cheaper.
Yeah, it's just crazy. It was $12 to the dollar a pack.
Yeah.
We got the
I'm only
best
five-
prices in
I'm
Michigan.
only 5 minutes away, so
Yeah, because Michigan's like Oregon. It's over.
Fuck.
Everybody and their brother is growing in Michigan. Is trying to sell this.
Dude, literally, dude.
Now I know half the pot growers in Michigan have converted over to shrooms because that's the next big wave is the psilocybin mushroom. So they're already in that.
That's the next play.
Yeah, they're already in that and doing it because that's the next thing, and they're already stocked up with the weed. Everyone's got weed there.
Yep. That's
Bro, we're
good.
talking
drug shop
rooms
over there,
full
so-
of that shit. We're talking pounds and pounds and pounds and pounds. Dude.
No, I've seen warehouses of that now.
I'm telling you, dude.
Someday there's a truck stop over there. That's where I go to get my papers. Someday I'm gonna go there and I'm gonna see Jose.
I almost look like fakers, like a young dude fakers. Look,
Get the hell out of here. Oh
kinda.
my God, put on a nurse's hat and you would
Look.
be totally.
I'm gonna have that disease if I keep saying
Evan, I
that.
told you I thought that picture was zigged on your freaking.
No.
Yeah, I thought it was zigged. I told you. That's what it looks like to me.
It does. It's a Karen.
You put a hat on her?
That's a Karen haircut. I need to talk to your manager.
Gold's Beach. Where that is.
Yep, that's where Gold's Beach is, where the Rogue River comes into the Pacific Ocean.
Nice.
Oh,
That's cool.
yeah.
That means you better. Where's your locker? Looks like a fucking drill sergeant to me.
That's good. That's a good price for diamonds. We don't even get diamonds here. We haven't seen them. They're not here. Can't even buy them because
I'm not. Wait.
they're just not producing them in Illinois, so we don't have them. We don't have that white THC crystalline powder shit you can buy in the grams. No, we don't got none of that. Nope.
But what we do have is what?
Oppression.
Yeah. What up, Sips?
How you doing, Zips?
$200 ounce of garlic juice buds.
Damn. Shit.
That's that's basically what I could get here hypothetically if I was to sell. It'd be 200, 225 a zip an ounce.
I
So
could
the
get a
good
pound.
Hell yeah. Hell
Is that
yeah.
the good shit? Is that the cream of the crop or what?
Yeah, that's top shelf bud, black market price.
225 a Z. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, on the street. You go to the
That's
dispensary, you're
good.
That's
paying
be
That's
400.
that's better
400,
than
450 at
350.
the dispensary.
450. Yeah, man. Bro,
No,
they was
I know the
they
400, 350 an ounce buds. Yeah.
bro, the price difference between Illinois, this is 1,000 milligram cart. What's in here is probably about 300 milligrams. That 300 milligrams in Illinois was $60.
Yeah,
In Michigan,
tax 70, 80 bucks.
well, I think it was 60. That was with tax, 63.
Oh, that ain't bad.
Yeah, yeah.
But
For
63
zero,
I
bucks,
can't see
crazy,
what
man.
you're
for
doing. But is that like,
0.3 milligrams.
I
Yeah,
can't
that's
see
crazy.
what you're doing. Is that like cartridge?
You want those 1 gram carts, for
Yeah,
for 40
in Michigan,
bucks.
in Michigan, you can get 6 of these for $100. That's a fucking difference.
See, I can order those empty carts just what you're showing. I can get the empty ones
Wow.
on Amazon and fill them myself with my own juice.
Yeah, if you're talking about
That's the way to do it.
$400 ounces, my goodness, I can get $400 pounds all day long.
All day long.
All
God
day
damn.
long.
For real, dude.
I
All
got
day
relatives
long.
down in Oregon. I just don't like to talk about them.
Well,
Yeah.
everyone knows it here in Illinois that you can drive to Colorado or California and get a deal and drive back on that nice Highway 80, which is known for the drug trafficking, and the cops watch for it coming from the west. Or you could buy it locally off the black market for, a little bit more, but you don't have to do that 2,000-mile round trip, 4,000 miles.
Or you could grow your own.
No, I know. Actually, that's what really killed California big time, because a lot of the weed, actually Oregon too, left the state.
Yeah.
A lot of them went to Texas, or they'd say Texas or New York or Oklahoma, 5-6 years ago. A lot of it went back east, and they don't need to do that anymore.
No. And even in the 90s here
The Memphis, that shit was going to Memphis too.
Yeah, all over. But yeah, the demand's there not there anymore, so it's killing everybody. But yes, Angie Wagon's a pessimist. Yeah, we might all go to hell here, don't we?
Black market, man. Shit. That's the people. That's the people's, market. It ain't the black market. That's the people's market.
350 an OZ, that's still good.
That's the people's market.
That's more than Illinois.
Wouldn't you say, though? Just people trying to get it.
What's that? Say what?
That's the people. The black market's a people's market.
Yeah,
they just want to
absolutely.
stay away from the fucking regulation, all that bullshit.
No, and it's pretty big, isn't it?
Well, there's all kinds. There's the alcohol. There's just so many different niches of the
Hey,
black market.
lay off the alcohol, will you?
No, I'm just saying there's
There's a ton of it.
alcohol letters that make the good whiskey. They sell it so they don't have to pay the tax. They make it themselves.
But you know what, Bud?
Then there's the
I'm
bud
the only one that
growers.
drinks around here, so fucking lay off it.
Hey, no one's knocking the alcohol, man.
No, it's not. No, even a lot of trades, under the
I'm
table.
only fucking with you, dude. But I've been waiting to
Cash
say
jobs.
that, fucking hater.
I'm not. I love the booze. I just can't drink it.
All right.
Hey, I had a DUI once. Back in
Hey, I gotta go take a
1990, actually.
I can't believe we've gone almost 3 hours. So
Oh my God.
I got company, I believe. So I gotta
wash my hair.
All right, man. I'm gonna jump out of here, brother.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Me too, man. It's late.
I appreciate you guys come up, and this was in memory.
good night.
Oh, while I was thinking
Good
about
night.
it, if you're watching, I don't know if we should. I think Monday we won't have a lot of time. Was tomorrow Sunday or today Sunday?
No,
Tomorrow.
So if
Mother's
we could
Day.
put together like what you did for his birthday, maybe get a card or something, and I could. I don't know. it's something I'm willing to take.
Andy, go live.
Go down to his thing. So yeah, Panji go live or somebody go live and maybe you guys keep this thing rolling. But if somebody thinks of a good idea, I'm more than willing to take it down to his memorial.
Well, yeah, I heard somebody was asking about sending flowers or something, so maybe they can get a hold of you or whatever.
Yeah, absolutely. Whatever you guys want to do, I'm willing to help out. But it's
And
coming up really quick. So
yeah, it is too. It is. And then I'll talk to Terrible if she wants to get some of the ashes spread on Shasta.
we'll
We
do
can
that.
make that
We'll make sure
happen.
that we'll make that happen.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I'll get right. My mechanic just went through the whole Honda bike and did everything. Oil change, spark plugs, fork seals, everything. So it's ready to ride, dude.
Nice.
Cool.
Oh,
I'll follow
I'm
you
ready.
in my truck. I'll follow you in my truck.
Let's do it, dude. Absolutely.
For sure.
Fucking.
All right, y'all. Rest in peace.
Peace out, y'all.
Hey, good night.
Rest in peace, Doglips.
Yeah,
Peace.
take care. Rest in peace, Doglips. Good night. Thanks for all you coming up.
Thank you, sir.
And good night. Get a good night's sleep. Somebody start a new one.